Football Friday brought to you by Gasano's Pizza. It is the time now where we visit with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network and get some insight on tonight's biggest high school football games all around the state of Arkansas as we start the second half of the regular season tonight. Brad, good afternoon. Good evening. How are you?
Doing good. Always excited to talk some high school football across Arkansas.
We're past the halfway point. We've kind of moved into that second phase. We're into conference play, and there's a lot of big games this week. Let's start with your game on the Arkansas Sports Network. You've got a big one, and these are the games, we start counting these ones a little bit more than others.
Yeah, this is one of, I believe I counted 3 games this week of matching up 2 5-0 teams with Dardanelle and Clinton. Just a really great matchup, especially in the 4A4. We're looking forward to being there tonight. Great atmosphere there at Dardanelle. And, these 2 teams, Clinton's going to come in. They're going to try to run the football right at you. Dardanelle is a very physical team themselves. Physicality is never a problem with Dardanelle. And right now, I would say this one right here is the top 2 teams in the conference. I know that Ozark has something to say about that, but I think that these are the top 2 between Dardanelle and Clinton.
One of the best nicknames in the state of Arkansas in Dardanelle, the Sand Lizards. I think it may be the best nickname as far as recognition. I mean, you've got your hillbillies and all sorts of other things, but I'm going to roll with the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. You're not going to find that anywhere else but Arkansas.
Right, for sure. In fact, it's the only one in the nation, as far as I can tell. I would say that nobody even has the bravery or courage to slap a sand lizard on their team.
Oh.
So, anyway, but Dardanelle, Creed Vega is a guy that a lot of people probably have heard about at this point. One of the best players in 4A. Clinton is going to have their hands full trying to take care of him. Also, he's got Rod Chatton to throw to. Chatton's about 6'4" on the outside, very athletic. Their best basketball player, and he's one of those legacies there at Dardanelle. And they're going to be a handful for Clinton tonight, but I really think that Clinton is game. They're not going to be scared, and it's going to be a great ball game.
You go ahead, Derek.
Well, I was just going to, as we look at some of these games in depth, I was going to kind of take a broader look since we're halfway through the season, and I wanted to ask you, Brad, some of the big stories in high school football coming out of the first half of the regular season and headed to the second half. Surprises, disappointments, players to watch. Just what are some big things that have stood out to you in the first half of the season?
Well, I think we probably need to go class by class, don't we?
Sure, yeah.
In 2A, Earl has been probably the surprise of 2A. Dormant for many years. They've came back this season with a vengeance, and they've got a shot here coming up. Still got to play Cross County, still got to play East Poinsett County in that division. But really, when you look at that, they've got the opportunity to really put some people on their heads if they can win those 2 games. And Teron Hurst, this kid that we've talked about before, very tough, very good player, very athletic quarterback, wide receiver, running back. They've actually, line play has been much better for them. So that's why I think they've had their improvement this year. I wouldn't call these a surprise right now, but boy, the Mansfield Tigers are really, really good. And they came out and won against Charleston last week at home. That was a great battle, and Mansfield really took a step in becoming a back-to-back winner in that 3A1. And that's owned by Charleston and Boonville, those type of teams. They're really physical in the run game. Ran for 324 last week on Charleston, and I'm telling you, Charleston's a very good football team. So that was impressive there. So I wouldn't call them a necessarily surprise. They've been deep into the playoffs the last 2 years, but when you're talking about just history, those two teams, Charleston and Boonville, have been the two teams that have kind of dominated them and the rest of that class or that conference, because they all kind of play together for years and years and years. They change here and there, but Charleston, Mansfield, Boonville, they're right there together. 4A seems to be kind of running right down what we think right now. I mean, Dardanelle, by some, have started out number one. We had them at number 2 to start out. They're number 1 right now in 4A by us as well. A big-time win last week by Heber Springs over Mills, which, we talked about contender-pretender.
Yeah.
And I said Mills is a contender, and then they get beat. So that was a really, really good win there by Heber Springs. And right now, where they're at, they're sitting in a good spot. Even though they're 2 and 3, they're sitting in a good spot in the 2-4A right now. Baseball Southside is a team right now that just kind of flying under the radar. They're really good. Owen McLaughlin is a kid for them that I don't know if people talk about him enough. He's I think he was a 2,000-yard rusher last year. Been kind of quiet this year. A lot of people talking about Trey Allen. I think they're trying to make them throw a little bit more. Allen's a dual-threat quarterback there. Last week throwing for 205 and rushing for 168. So they're really good in the 4A. Of course, you still got Arkadelphia. Nashville is probably a surprise, if you want to call them a surprise right now. I mean, can you call Nashville really a surprise? But at 3 and 2, lost a couple early season games with Magnolia and Dardanelle. Dardanelle was a 2-point game. Brad Cheshire is really, really good there, and he's already got his program implemented there at Nashville, and they're in the driver's seat right now to win the 7-4A. Stuttgart's playing really well right now as well in the 8-4A, along with Hamburg, and they're going to challenge Warren. In fact, Warren and Hamburg meet up tonight. In the 5A, Greenbrier right now is one I wouldn't call them necessarily surprised, but everybody was talking about Farmington and I think Morrilton, but Greenbrier, Enoch Hassan is a kid that's just lighting it up right now for Greenbrier. He's probably one of the top players in the state overall. I don't have his rushing totals in front of me, but he's one that's probably right around 1,000 yards at the halfway point. They're definitely a surprise just because they're ranked so high right now and really considered one of the top contenders right now in the 5A. In 6A, Sylvan Hills, I think, is the one that you could probably say, they were 0-20 for the last 2 years, and Mark Kelly's turned those guys around. They're 4-1. They just beat Benton last week. Benton was another one that we called a contender, and they got beat by Sylvan Hills. I don't think
we're really
kiss
of
death around here.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. We're going to start getting calls from coaches being like, "Stop, just quit right
Leave
now."
us alone.
Right. So they've got a big matchup tonight with El Dorado. That's going to be an interesting one. And then, of course, in the 7A, you've got Rogers and West, which are matching up tonight as well. Those two have been, I don't know if I call them surprises, but, you've got your usuals in the 7A. It seems to play down the line in 7A with Bryant and Bentonville and Conway and Fayetteville, but right now West and Rogers are kind of creeping up into that mix. And so, those are the ones that have stuck out to me so far.
Let's stay with the Rogers, Bentonville West, and Herb Street's going to have to sit this one out because he's calling the game.
I'll give you a key. I won't
give you a key to the game. These are two really high-scoring offenses. Rogers, last week's game against Fayetteville, they had a 14-point lead, and they needed an extra point to block at the end to win it. But that's a team that's been on the rise the last couple of years with Chad Harbison. I got to see Bentonville West up close and personal last week. A lot of skill guys on that team. This game, I think, whatever the over is, I would take it because I think we're going to see a ton of points in this one.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right about that. And I think that the winner of this one is the inside track to play Bentonville for the conference championship. And, you're talking about either Bentonville versus Rogers or Bentonville versus West. We don't even get to use Bentonville in Bentonville West because they're rivals there. So, this is going to be a really, really good one. And like you said, I mean, points everywhere. Who do you give the advantage to in this one? I don't know. Probably the team that has the ball last.
Can I say I think Bentonville West's front seven's better than I think we gave them credit for. I don't know about Rogers defensively. I think everything's on the offensive side of the ball with Jeff Regan. If Bentonville West can get pressure, now getting pressure and getting Regan on the ground are two totally different things. He's one of those guys that if he slips away from you, I mean, he can go 80 in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But that front seven from Bentonville West is better. They're much better than they were last year. You're pushing elite level stuff with that front seven.
Well, defensive numbers say that they are better defensively than Rogers is. I mean, that is just the case. So, when you get into a matchup like this, that might be the difference. But you're also talking about Rogers being maybe the best offense they've faced so far. I mean, obviously, Fayetteville Fayetteville faced Rogers last week, but Greenwood has obviously got at least a claim into that for now. And I guess numbers wise, they held Greenwood down. So this one's a toss up to me. I mean, you guys know a little bit more about that than I do because you're so close to them. But man, that's going to be one heck of a ball game. That should be standing room only.
Last time at this stadium 2 years ago, West comes from 11 down, takes a 7-point lead. Rogers ties it, goes for 2, gets it, and then West scores a touchdown with 13 seconds left to end up winning the game. So your point about team with the ball last may very well win it, may very well hold up again. It's been I think West's first overtime game in school history a few years ago was against Rogers. It's been there've been some tight, interesting ball games, and I think this will be another one. Two really talented quarterbacks too. That if they start running, the other defensive coordinator is going to be throwing things because they are tough to bring down when you talk about Reagan and Trey Thompson. All right, we're talking with Brad Caldwell here from the Arkansas Sports Network on Ruskin and Zach. So let's stay in the 7 for a minute here, let's go to the 6 and then talk about the Shiloh Christian Saints and their ball game tonight against Southside. Southside putting together a pretty nice campaign, Brad.
They are. They picked up a big win versus Lake Hamilton last week. They needed to win that one. Shiloh Christian's a different level, though. I mean, I think that right now when you look at the 6A, I think there is a pretty good line of delineation between Greenwood and Shiloh and everybody else. Mountain Home did go in there, and they played them tough. I know it was a 2-touchdown game. I think Shiloh got a touchdown with like a minute left in that ball game to give it a little bit more cushion there. But I'll tell you, it isn't interesting, though, that you see this matchup. I mean, for years and years, we know Shiloh is a 2A, 3A, 4A team, and now they're playing in conference with Fort Smith Southside, and it's just something that you never thought you would see. I feel like Shiloh's got the edge here just because, they're so big up front, and they can do so many things. If you want to take away the pass, they can run it. If you try to do the other, they can throw it. So I just think Fort Smith Southside's really got their hands full tonight, but being at home, you take your shot, hopefully feed off of the crowd and the noise and the atmosphere and give it your best shot.
All right, we're going to take a break here and talk some more about the high school football slate tonight with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network when we get back from this break. This is Football Friday here on Ruskin and Zach, brought to you by Cassano's Pizza. They've got the games on all the TVs all weekend long for your football weekend at Cassano's Pizza. There's a location near you, and don't miss all the action at Cassano's Pizza. You can order online. Go to Cassano'sPizza.com. Find a location near you. Don't forget about all the great specials that they've got there at Cassano's Pizza. They bring you Football Friday here on Ruskin and Zach every Friday. All right, we'll come back and we'll talk more ball with Brad Caldwell after this. Stay with us.
Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Visiting with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network here on this Football Friday, brought to you by Gasano's Pizza. Talking about Week 6, Zach, high school football.
Brad, tell us who the player of the week was from Week 5. We kind of glossed over that. Your Week 5 player of the week.
So it's Caden Keithley of Bismarck. He had 7 carries for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
7 for 220?
Yeah. It's a good 30 yards per carry there.
Yeah, I'm no mathematician, but that's good.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay for sure. 2 receptions for 56 yards. He also had a interception return for a touchdown. He actually had 383 total.
Popcorn, call
4
plays.
touchdowns.
I mean, mow the yard. I mean, what else? Good.
Right.
And he played tuba at halftime as well. Man.
Right. Hey, if you haven't seen this kid play, he definitely plays hard. He runs hard. One of the reasons why Bismarck hasn't really missed a beat this year, coming in, the only loss they have is to Mansfield in overtime at Mansfield, and we saw that obviously it's pretty tough to go over there and win that ball game. So they're definitely in the mix as far as talking about maybe going back to the state finals, and he's a real reason why they are.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get through more of these games here, and let's look at Warren taking on Hamburg tonight. Big one down in L.A., Lower Arkansas, as we like to refer to it. Brad, what do you think?
Real close to Louisiana.
Yeah.
That one's that one is definitely a big one there. You're talking about for the inside track for the conference championship. A guy that you really got to watch right now is a guy named Nikel Lewis, and you want to talk about a guy that has been popping up on our D3 Auto Sales MVP of the week. Each week, I think we've put him in the fan voting like 4 out of 6 weeks. Last week, he had a low number of 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. Routinely has been in the 300s. And, if I was picking it myself, he would have won it at least 1 week. So he's a very dynamic back, doing really, really good things down there for Hamburg. I think Hamburg is going to be a handful for Warren tonight. I mean, Warren is good. They're always good. And I think that when you play Warren in that conference, there's a definitely a psychological thing when it comes down to it, because they've won the conference so many times. Right now, I feel like Hamburg could be the better team. We'll see what happens tonight, but Hamburg at home tonight, if I had to pick, I'd pick Hamburg.
I'm texting at the moment with the head coach of the Searcy Lions, Zach Clark. They're on the road this week against Jacksonville. He says he's worried about this game. He says Jacksonville is a better team than they may lead on.
Yeah, they've improved. Reggie Swinton went over there. I guess last year, he was at Forest City and moved on to Jacksonville. And I think that his presence has helped Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville is one of those teams that's probably a sleeping giant, needed the right guy to come in there and do some things. And yes, despite their record, I think that they are improved. I think that they're probably a year or two away from being really good. And right now, Searcy's playing well. They're really lighting it up the scoreboard. I think they've got a little bit of a defense to go with it. And right now, who can bet against the Lions? Let's don't call them a contender because they might lose. But
he'd get real mad at me about
good. That. Right? It would be our fault for sure.
Yeah.
So, right now, the sophomore quarterback, Jacob Miles, is really doing well. Last week, hit 16 of 18 for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, every week it seems like he's in that mix as far as just not turning the football over, getting good yardage. And, again, Searcy's got a good defense to go along with them. So, Searcy is a good football team this year, and I think they've got a good chance of winning that ball game tonight.
All right, let's take a look at some other games here. We're talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network. Farmington and Greenbrier. What do you think about this one?
Well, this is probably one of the top 5 games in the state, and Farmington really did a number last week, winning big, and tonight they've got their hands full. You talk about long trips. I mean, it doesn't get much longer in conference than traveling from Farmington to Greenbrier. And these two teams going to match up. The winner of this game definitely has a leg up to win the conference championship. I talked about Enoch Hassan a little bit. He's special. I'm telling you, he's very good, very, very good player. But Greenbrier always has a quarterback to go along with it. Jack Palmer is a kid. He threw 5 TDs against Clarksville last week. They handled Clarksville very easily last week. But Farmington, Coach Tommy Tice, he's always got something up his sleeve. I mean, obviously, when you're talking about a guy with experience, there's no greater experience on the sideline than that guy right there. Again, it's probably for the conference championship tonight. If Farmington wins, they're going to have to go ahead and beat Morrilton. But if Greenbrier wins, they've knocked off the top 2 teams in the conference, and really, without just stubbing their toe, they're going to win the 5A West.
Let's talk about America's team, the Dirks Outlaws, on the road this week in Murfreesboro. Stubbed their toe last week, kind of a heartbreaking loss, 22-20 to Spring Hill. But they've got their contest going on, trying to get the $1 million for athletic improvements. You can, of course, can vote. We've got the link on our Twitter page. But they've really kind of taken the state by storm. I mean, everybody's kind of fallen in love with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I will tell you what, they've got a great booster club. And when I say great, I don't mean that just because they've got them out here. What I mean is they've got great people involved with them. And I think that makes all the difference in the world. Last week we were there at Dirks, and, it was just a really good back and forth ball game between them and Spring Hill, just a good high school football game. Spring Hill played them tough, and they just stayed in the game and just stayed with it. And, Dirks scored, I don't know, it was about 7 minutes to go in the game, took the lead, and you just kind of felt like that, well, Dirks is going to win this one. Spring Hill went right back at them. This is a similar type of game with Murfreesboro. We felt like Murfreesboro would be more of a top 10 type of team there, and I think this is probably for a playoff spot. I mean, when you look at this, you've got Durden and Junction City, and then you've got Spring Hill, you got Dirks, you got Murfreesboro kind of in the mix. Foreman kind of on the outside looking in right now. There's a lot of playoff jumble right there. I think the winner of this one, inside track to make maybe even the 3 seed if all goes well. Peyton Beckman, 6'4", 6'5" quarterback, throws the ball pretty well. Offense didn't go quite as planned last week for them. Didn't get enough points on the board. 20 in high school football anymore is just not enough. They got to go to Murfreesboro. That's going to be a tough one. Really a kind of a toss-up game between those two.
All right, those Pine Bluff Zebras tonight are taking on the BB Badgers. Brad, what do you think?
That's another one that's real, like, playoff-centric right now. Pine Bluff's got a lot of stuff going on around the program right now, so are they going to be distracted? Pine Bluff, historically, if this was just history, Pine Bluff wins this matchup pretty easily, but right now, BB is playing pretty well, and right there in the mix for a playoff spot there in the 5A Central. And again, this is probably for the 4 seed in that. I think you've got Joe T and Cersei, then you've got Maumelle, and then the other 4 teams in the conference: Whitehall, Jacksonville, Watson Chapel. Those 3 teams right there are all 0-2. Kind of seem to be being picked on a little bit outside of Jacksonville. They're probably, Watson Chapel's not that great, neither is Whitehall. So this game right here is probably for a playoff spot. Going to Pine Bluff is always tough, though, and what happens with this coaching situation that's around the Pine Bluff Zebras right now? How motivated are these kids to play? I mean, all of those things are going to play a factor in this ball game tonight. So that one's going to be an interesting one. Again, the winner of that one probably has a leg up for the 4 seed in the conference.
Let's start with let's go to a game that you're very familiar with. Ozark going to get on the bus, head over to Mena. That's a tempting little game here. Looking at percentage point, they feel like this one's a toss up.
Yeah, I mean, it's sitting at 4-1 right now. They dropped one to Pottsville a couple weeks back at home. I'm not going to sit here and say that was necessarily a surprise. Pottsville went and played one of their better games that they've played for quite a while. This is a 4-1 Ozark team. The only team that they've lost to is Charleston. Charleston got them pretty good. But Ozark, their offense is getting going. They scored 71 last week against Dover. And they've really hit their stride, I think, with Coach Watson there coming over from Salem. I think that he's really getting Ozark back to what Ozark wants to be. And so I feel like Ozark is in a good spot right here. If Ozark wins that game, they're going to play Dardanelle probably. Well, they've still got Clinton as well. So you've got Dardanelle, Clinton, and Ozark that will be battling for the top three. If Ozark were to lose that one, you got to throw Pottsville into that mix as well, and say that they'll be in that top four-ish kind of jumble there. So Ozark is a big game for them. They've come off back-to-back huge wins. I think they scored 55 against Waldron, scored 71 last week. So big game there for Ozark.
A lot of points out there. A lot of points out there. We're talking with Brad Caldwell from the Arkansas Sports Network here. Okay, a few more. Lake Hamilton trying to bounce back, taking on Van Buren.
Yeah, Lake Hamilton had a solid performance at Fort Smith Southside. They didn't come away with a victory. Van Buren sitting at a surprising 2-0 right now in that conference. Van Buren's got a lot to play for. This is a big game for them. If Van Buren wins this one, they're probably going to make the playoffs. Which they make it, but it's usually a 5 and a 6. They kind of stay in the conference race with that win if they win the game. So two really, really big, or a big game for both teams, I should say. And really look at this game as Lake Hamilton is kind of in more of a need of it than Van Buren is in some ways. Van Buren, going to Van Buren is going to be tough. I feel like it's a real similar game to Southside. I just feel like Southside's probably just a little bit better than Van Buren is. So Lake Hamilton's got their hands full. They need to pick that victory up.
You know what I like about Brad is the Arkansas Sports Network. You can ask him a question about any team in the state of Arkansas. He's got answers, information, all this. I can't remember where I put my glasses. Brad, we're at different stages of life. Brad, talk to me about Atkins at Salem. I know this is a game you're very excited about.
Yeah, again, you've got 3 games by my count that I went and looked at that, 5-0 games. And this is one of them. And we have Atkins as a top 6 team. Salem is number 1. We saw Salem last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. And that Salem team is a machine. They're just very, very good. I mean, you talk about just when you watch a team and you see that they know the system and they know everything they're supposed to do and they know right where they're supposed to be and they've played with each other for so long, that's what Salem looks like. But I'm going to tell you, Atkins is good. They're really good. And, whatever happens in this game will not change my mind to the fact that the Red Devils are a very good football team. So I feel like that Salem is going to be tested tonight, probably greater than they've been all season long. Prescott was supposed to be that team, and Salem beat them 55-0. So, we'll see what happens. They may rise to the occasion and just say, hey, you know what, we got this. Last season Atkins pulled the upset in this one. I like Salem. It's going to be about a 3-hour bus trip for Atkins, but I'm telling you, watch out for the Red Devils in the future. They're pretty good.
Love it. Love it.
Brad Caldwell, Arkansas Sports Network. Find him on Facebook tonight with all the action throughout the season. Every Friday night, got a game of the week for you. And he's with us here on Ruskin and Zach. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, guys.
Well, hello again, sports fans, and welcome to the Arkansas Sports Network's Game of the Week. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Premier Facilities Group, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Here we go, Arkansas. Are you ready? Tonight, the 7th-ranked Clinton Yellow Jackets have outstung their competition and have yet to taste defeat. And the top-ranked Sand Lizards aim to keep it that way at home. Hey, don't blink, everybody. It's a top 10 showdown you can't afford to miss. Buckle that chin strap, folks. It's time for kickoff.
Facebook. Hello, welcome in to Dardanelle tonight, as we've got a really big ball game for you tonight between the Dardanelle Sand Lizards and the Clinton Yellow Jackets. These are two 5-0 teams, and by my count, across the state of Arkansas, we have 3 games tonight that match up 2 5-0 teams, and this is one of them. In fact, just about every media source in the state of Arkansas is here tonight. And, man, it's going to be a great night for football. You've got just a little bit of that fall nip in the air, and it's just a good time. It's just a good time for football. And we've got Duran Miller next to me, as he's going to be bringing you the color tonight. And Aaron Woj out there doing the camera, and then we've got Aaron Powers right here next to me punching all the buttons, and we're excited to be here not very far from home. Duran, we're not used to this. I know you guys just go wherever. I appreciate what y'all do, but tonight we could get in our own bed about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, as opposed to about 2 in the morning.
Right.
Last week coming back from Dirks, we've been to Monticello this year. We've been to Salem. I mean, that's basically Missouri.
Right.
Monticello's not far from Louisiana. Dirks ain't far from Oklahoma or Louisiana or Texas. It's a little bit down there around them all.
Right.
But yeah, definitely be better tonight. And like you said, a little bit of a cooler weather in the air, less humidity, and we've got the great Mount Nebo right here over our right.
Oh, it's a beautiful sight.
Just a beautiful sight for football right here in the state of Arkansas, right here on the True Grit Trail. As we got the Clinton Yellow Jackets in town taking on these Dardanelle Sand Lizards, 5-0 versus 5-0. Someone's always got to go, right?
That's right.
The old cliche.
So we're going to encourage you right now. Go ahead and like, share it on your page right now. Comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also you can hit that join button right down below our YouTube page. Hey, join us, because we've got a lot of stuff coming up very soon for you, and stuff that you don't want to miss out on. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great time here on the Arkansas Sports Network. We couldn't be more excited to be bringing you wall-to-wall coverage of the state of Arkansas and high school sports, and even Razorbacks across the state of Arkansas. It's going to be a good time tonight. But, man, 2 5-0 teams here. We've got the number 1 team in 4A. You know, I'm trying to think about how many times here in ASN that we've gotten a chance to do a number 1 game, number 1 team in the class. It's
Bismarck last year.
Yeah, well, Bismarck wasn't number 1 until
late in the year.
Later in the year, but we did do those
against
them in the playoffs. Yeah.
Osceola. Who else have we done? I think we've done Carlisle before when they were number 1, probably, but not very often. So a big night right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Of course, last week, if you tune in with us, we were at Dirks, had Spring Hill and coming to town. There was a lot of firsts.
All right.
In that broadcast, we had a helicopter landing for the first time live on ASN. We also had a 98-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Beckman to Ben Ernest for 98 yards to take the lead in that game at the time. So that was another, longest play ever on the Arkansas Sports Network. I expect a lot of fun things like that to happen tonight in this one. Who knows what can happen once it gets started. Dardanelle, by most people's, odds, are the favorite, but I think Clinton is right there with them. I think that they can, be resourceful a little bit and create a couple turnovers. I think Clinton's going to be right in this thing right at the very end and could come out of here with a win and a lead in the conference for that 1 seed.
We'll give you a shout out if you hit that Cash App right there. You see that on the screen there, #AR Sportsnet. Give you a shout out for hitting us up. We've had a few this year. Appreciate those that do, and it just helps us out here and there. Helps us go to Buffalo Wild Wings after the game, that sort of
Sometimes.
thing.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it. We appreciate you more than more than anything, though. You that join us every week watching high school football. I had a high school coach tell us. He said, "Man, when playoff time rolls around, he said I am tuned into ASN." And I appreciated that a lot. I appreciate that. So, anyway, if you don't mind, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit it out there. Get this out there to your friends and family. We got captains coming up. And you know what? While we can do this, let's go ahead and get some of our local sponsors out. We have been really blessed this time to have our locals, and we appreciate them. Let's go ahead and get those out for you. George, Termite and Pest Control for Dardanelle. They're a proud supporter of the Dardanelle Sand Lizards, along with Farm Bureau Insurance here in Yell County. Dardanelle Nursing and Rehab, La Huerta here, and actually in Russellville, right there by Arkansas Tech University, Kirkland Family Medical Center, Cornwell Funeral Home. And let me tell you a little bit about Cornwell Funeral Home. They actually sponsored us when we were supposed to be here a couple weeks back, but they actually kept their sponsorship with us. We weren't able to come. We're back tonight. We're excited to be here for that. Sam Southern Eatery with us. Orr Truck Center of Yell County. Appreciate Scotty Stone there at Orr Truck Center for being a part, helping us out here. We also have Casper's. Casper's gave us our meal, our red plate meal. You're not going to want to miss that tonight. It's awesome. And I think I've hit them all here for Dardanelle. Let's talk about Clinton real quick. For the Clinton Yellow Jackets, you've got Clinton Funeral Service. You've got First Service Bank, Island Insurance, Auto, Home, Commercial, and Life, Global Food Group, Stevens Stone Supply, Petty Jean Electric Cooperative. We appreciate everybody for joining us. We'll be mentioning these guys throughout the broadcast here. So, again, thank you for joining us there. We've got captains in the middle of the field right now. We're getting ready for our main event. We want to also thank our major sponsors of Tyson Foods, D3 Auto Sales, Arkansas Tech University, our title sponsor this year. We've got Premier Facilities Group and Metcalf Trucking making all of this possible, helping us get around the state of Arkansas and showing you the great games that we're able to bring you each week. So with that being said, it looks like we've got a coin toss, and who won that coin toss? Did we get it?
We got it.
I was too busy talking.
We got a lot of stuff going on up here. We're trying to get everything set right, but
I think Clinton.
deferred.
Yeah,
yeah,
Dardanelle won.
Clinton's getting the ball first.
So Clinton's getting the ball first here in this big 4A4
Zoom in on
matchup.
that.
We've got Clinton at number 7. I think we
Down.
might have Clinton higher than anybody else
in.
does. What do you think?
Say that again.
I think we got Clinton higher than anybody else does. Don't you think? I'm pretty sure.
From every poll that I can remember seeing, yes, I believe that's
I
correct.
don't know what the Arkansas Sports Report has them at right now, but
Probably.
I know Hootens has them a little bit lower than what we've got, and anyway, we appreciate you. We like Clinton. We like the Clinton Yellow Jackets, but we also like the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. It's going to be a great game tonight here, and we're excited to bring you, again, media all over this. You got every channel from Little Rock. You've got 103.7 The Buzz here. Then we got Clinton and Dardanelle Screams, and we got both teams running out right now.
Simultaneously. Go ahead and get them as well, Woj.
And
Get the other guys.
we're getting ready for football. Band on the field. It is a great night for football. And, well,
Zoom in on them.
You got things to say?
yeah, I really have run out of things to say setting this one up here.
Man, it's going to be fun now. Y'all are going to get to see
Those
Creed
guys running
Vega on the ASN broadcast here for the first time in a while.
Up at the top.
Creed is committed to
There you
the Air
Those guys in the
Force
back.
University. Go play for the Falcons. Coach's son, Phil Vega, of course, storied career in high school at Dover, all-state player. Played 4 years at Arkansas Tech. Was very good there. Drew Vega came through. Creed's brother a few years ago was just everything for Dardanelle on offense and defense as a quarterback and as a safety and corner. Just a
Zoom in on
phenomenal,
that huddle.
phenomenal athletic family. And Creed is definitely the leader out here. for the Sand Lizards. But now Clinton's going to get the ball first, and they have got a lot of weapons themselves. They've got a stable of running backs. Their quarterback, Brody Dufresne, coach's son as well on the Clinton side. So you got two coaches' kids being the signal caller out there on the field, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get this one going.
Jesus Garcia back to kick and back deep to receive. Rylan Jones for Clinton, and here we go. Here's the kickoff. Kick is up, and it's going to be fielded on the right-hand side. Caleb McCarver fields it, cuts up, gets across the 25 to the 30. He's got a little bit of room across the 35, out to about the 37-yard line, and that's where Clinton will begin. First possession, first down and 10.
And that was the kicker that had a shoestring tackle, Jesus Garcia. If not for that, he might have got off to the races there.
Nice job cutting up the field there. One cut and up the field he went. Yeah. Nice job there, putting his foot in the ground, getting north and south.
I can tell you already, I really like the way the offensive line looks for Clinton. Very athletic, very big.
We got a wing T set here. One wide receiver, already some shifts. They're going to shift to the backside here. And we've got a flag right off the bat across the 40 out to about the 43, 44-yard line.
I don't think they were set, possibly.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Zoom in on him.
Yeah, that right tackle for Clinton, Alec Huell, is one of the anchors on this line. Real good-looking athlete.
Never did get set there. I saw it.
Tighten up if you need to.
By the time number 2 went into motion, they had not gotten set. So, no, it wasn't still just yet. So, a 5-yard penalty there will back Clinton up. So, first down and 10.
He's looking to pass.
Going deep already, and the ball's overthrown. Pass intended there for number 22, Sam Standridge.
He had a step on his man. The only issue with that play call is if you don't get it, you're already in 1st and 15. Now you're in 2nd and 15. And, I feel like you can go back at what you plan to do early on, get a few yards here, get 5 or 6 here, maybe 7 or 8, and get yourself into a manageable 3rd down.
So 2nd down and 15 now, wing T formation, little counter play. Coming off the backside, good discipline off the back end of the defense there by Dardanelle.
Number 3 for Dardanelle, Ian Branson. Great tackle, great job on his edge containment that time.
1 yard gain there on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 14.
I don't think I've been here since Dardanelle got the turf filled.
Well, I'm pretty sure my 4th grade team was the first one to ever play on it.
Yeah, I forgot that they got it, to be honest with you.
Dufresne out to pass. It's complete, but it's going to be well short of the 1st down.
Took about 7 yards shy.
Pass complete. Looks like to, if I'm not mistaken, is that number 2 there, or is it number 8? It's number 8. And the pass was complete to Colton Warren.
4th and 7.
So it's a 7-yard gain, going to be 4th down and 7.
Looks like the Dufresne going to punt here out of the quarterback position. He's going to back up now. A little bit high snap.
And here's the punt.
Line drive.
Going to back away from it.
Wow. I think he should have picked that one up. Called the fair catch there inside the 10.
So good punt there for Clinton as they now flip the field. Dardanelle gets their opportunity to come out, play a little offense. Creed Vega, one of the best players in the state, but really in 4A as well. I mean, they really have a good quarterback here in Dardanelle and Creed Vega. I'd love to encourage you to get involved in our chat. Again, also send out this, share it out with your friends. The more you share it out, the more you chat, the more this gets out there for people to watch. One of the best games in the state tonight.
Wow.
Vega going to line up in the shotgun. And they're spread out to 5 wide receivers. Vega.
Let's see, this is a design quarterback draw here.
Vega, he's going to back to pass. He's going deep right off the bat. He's got a man behind the defense. Ball's overthrown.
Trying to hook up with Bo Miller.
Yep, pass intended for Miller. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, and right off the bat, they're being very aggressive.
Both teams throwing a pass on 1st down in this after the penalty for Clinton. both incomplete, both overthrew their quarterback. So a lot of nerve, or overthrew the receiver. A little bit of nerves early on in this big time matchup here.
Another five wide receiver set. Motion man. Looks like they're going to run the jet. It's a fake. Going up the middle is Vega. He's across the 10, and it's going to be out to about the 13-yard line.
Probably give it 4.
And it is going to be 4 on the play. So brings up 3rd down and 6 now.
Third? What? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Remember.
3rd down and 6 here for the Sand Lizards. Clinton trying to stiffen on defense and get the ball right back here.
You got it wide.
Back in another empty set.
Yep, another empty set here. Running the jet one more time. Bringing it back. They're running a little bit of a quarterback sweep, trying to get to the outside. And he's going to get out to about the 15-yard line. Nothing doing there. 2-yard gain. And that's going to bring up 4th and 4, I believe. And that should bring up a punting situation. Let's see what they do.
Great job by I believe it was number 34, Zach Hunt Gonzalez came up and lowered the shoulder. And
they gave him a first down. Actually got to the 20. My bad. I'm sorry about that. So that's going to be a first down. You got, instead of getting 2, you got 7. Angle here's not great for that run there. So 1st down and 10 now for the Sand Lizards.
Stay with him.
Little option play. Pitches it out. Cut back. And nice job there by Clinton. That's, I believe, number 20 there. Briar Gadberry picked up the tackle. And running the football there for Dardanelle was number 3, Ian Branson.
He picks up a yard.
Yeah, good crisp pitch over the left side. It hit him in stride, but just great edge defense that time from Clinton. Nowhere to go. He made one man miss. Still was only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So really,
you got 1 yard according to
about half a yard. Yeah.
Little zone read action. Vega dropping his shoulder there, getting across the 25, pretty close to it. I think they're going to mark it maybe close to the 26.
26, yes, sir.
3rd and 4.
So that brings up 3rd down and 4 after the 5-yard gain by Vega. Looks like it's going to have a lot of Vega on the ground here so far. 3rd down and 4. Motion man comes behind the quarterback. Handoff goes to Branson. He stood up there.
He had a lane that time. He kept going off tackle to left tackle. If he would have cut it back up the middle of the field, there was a seam that opened it. I think he could have got that first down.
At 3, maybe 2. They're going to spot that on the 28 there, 2-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2. It looks like Dardanelle's going to punt.
Impressive.
A little bit
from Clinton so far. Good tackling.
Well, Vega, he's lined up in the shotgun here.
There's confusion on the call.
Looking at what they want to do here. Are they going to go for this? Trying to get Clinton to jump off sides. 4th and 2.
Play clock's down to 3. They're going to have to call a timeout here, no matter what, unless they snap it immediately.
Oh, wow. Boy.
Wow, I thought
took
he got
a timeout.
Got a timeout.
Yeah, they took a timeout. Let's take it with them. We got 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in the first half, or first quarter, I should say. It is 0-0, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
You belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind. Offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
Looks like Dardanelle's going to line up to go for this on 4th down and 2, looking back to the
same formation they were in.
Looking back to the sideline. They call it. Handoff goes to Branson. Branson across the 30 out to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Dardanelle first down. And I'll tell you what, that was a gutsy call early in this ball game.
It really was, because if Clinton can stiffen their neck and stop them right there, they've got the ball in a great field position, and you're just giving momentum to the team that's coming into your house trying to knock you off.
Big time play there by Dardanelle. took the timeout, came right back out, lined up in the same formation, ran it right at him. Vega backing up, steps up in the pocket, got a man over the middle, and that's to complete to number 6, Bo Miller. Miller gets the first down, and he is out to the 48-yard line. And that's a big-time play there.
Woj, back off just a click or two. That'll work. Offset.
Yep. Handoff goes up the middle, but he is tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, that's number 20 again. We already said his name one time tonight, Mr. Briar Gadberry. I believe you said his name earlier on a tackle. Come knifing in. He had company with him as well. Good job swarming to the football by the Yellow Jackets.
It brings up second down and 11 now. Is that right? Is that what they got on the board? Having to guess a little bit. We don't have a good view of the board tonight. Running the option over here to the wide side of the field. Gets up the field all the way to the 40-yard line. That's going to be
replay that one here.
About a 9-yard gain. They're going to bring up third down and a long 2, short 3 there.
Watch Vega right here. He fakes his pitch, sticks the foot in the ground, and he really shows off a little burst when he got his feet vertical, got straight down the line. Very nice pickup. Through a lot of traffic. Get out of it.
Going straight at him again. He's going to get the first down pretty easily, but we've got a stoppage in play. It looks like a false start now.
Well, we missed it, so that's a good thing. Come out of that replay a little late. Yeah, they're going to be a false start, backing up 5. Repeat third down.
So 5 yards back gets them more like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 now.
That's looks like 7 from the sticks. The sticks are on the near side, a little harder for us to see, but Big Zach Huell just came in, the right tackle on offense, coming in there, playing left defensive tackle right now. Just off the ball.
Vega bringing a man in motion. Now he's back to pass. Looking deep. We've got another flag, but its pass is incomplete. I think that's in the line of holding there. And if it is holding, it looks like Dardanelle may have to punt.
Watch the wide out.
Yeah.
If
it's against Dardanelle, I would expect Clinton to probably decline it and bring up 4th down here.
We got Project Zomboid Revelations says Yellow Jackets everywhere.
They have traveled really well tonight.
What are you doing? It's okay to zoom in on him. He's not going to bite you.
They're going to decline the penalty, bringing up 4th down. Dardanelle now looking at the sideline.
Wow.
4th and 2?
If they go for it here, they are on this side of the 50. So it wouldn't shock me that much to see them go for it here. Now come on out, a little Woj. A little bit more.
So 4th down
and 6.
That's a really long
You're really close.
That's a really long
here. We're just taking a close setup.
Vega looking at the sideline there.
We'll say 7. They say 6 on the board.
Motion man.
Chatton.
Rod Chatton. Nice little shovel play. It's a counter going back to the other side. I think it's going to be enough for a first down.
It's going to be very close.
Javarius White on the play there.
It's a first down. They gave him all the way up to the 36.
Well, I tell you what, they're coming out very aggressive.
Yep.
Very aggressive early. Javarius White, nice play call. Good play call there from Dardanelle.
Yeah, you don't see that play every day in high school football in 4A.
Little shovel pass going the opposite direction. Good play there.
Good double stacks here, but they're going to run it.
Zone read there, and it's going to get out to close to the 30-yard line.
I like the way James Hernandez was running that time, running tough, had that ball tucked in tight, and really picking those legs up.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain. Vega acts like he's going to run, then he gets pressured out of the pocket.
Have to run.
And boy, I'll tell you what.
Do they have any down linemen downfield? It doesn't look like it when I looked up. They look like they were all back still.
It's going to be another first down.
He lowers his shoulder at the end and tries to beat a hammer. He's a big old back you don't want to see out in the open field, especially if you're a 150-pound defensive back.
Getting out to the 22-yard line there is Vega.
I'm trying to watch it. Very difficult. They didn't stop the clock for the chains.
Vega dropping back, throws deep. He's got a man. That's not quite deep, but Chatton picks up the reception there, goes way up to get it.
I'd love to see the catch radius on that young man. We've watched Rod Chatton for years, especially in basketball. And, I mean, he's a guy that could be a high jump top champ, do a lot of things, just an athlete out there. And you can overthrow him by 3 feet, and it ain't going to hurt.
6'4" there.
Maybe even higher.
And on the jet sweep, getting all the way down, looks like to about the 9-yard line there.
Yep, Javarius West. He looked pretty good. Showed some good speed. He's the one that got that little shovel pass earlier.
Yes. It's Javarius wide on the carry.
He's on the 9. First one.
Nice run from West.
Rolling to the left-hand side, throwing to the end zone.
That's a tough play. Rolling to your left, throw back across the body, and just left it a little bit out there. Now, he did put it in a spot that only his guy was going to get it.
Pass was incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Bo Miller. Ball on the 8-yard line.
There you go.
Des Arc leading Mark Tree 16-0 in the first quarter. Nice little run there by Branson. He gets 2. Probably shouldn't have got any.
Yeah, I called him Hernandez earlier. I was looking at the sheet wrong. I apologize. Branson.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal now.
I'm impressed with Dardanelle. A lot of weapons, which we knew about a lot of them coming in, but seeing them up close and personal, seeing the physicality they play with as well. But also Clinton, I mean, Clinton's done really well. Got a tough drive against him going right now, though. That going for it on 4th down a couple times really made it tougher on this drive. And give credit to Dardanelle for calling those plays and getting it done.
Well, we've got a penalty on the play. Snap infraction, so it's going to move them back 5 yards. So 3rd down, and what was about 6 11. Is now 11, and it is 3rd goal. They got 4 on one side. Vega throwing it out to Chatton. Chatton gets up the field, trying to get close to the end zone. It's going to get down to about the 3. I really thought that they probably would run 2 plays here. I don't think they're going to kick this field goal. They're going to spot it on the 5. That's where they're going to spot it. All right.
Got knocked out of bounds.
Just under.
And they're bringing in the kicking team.
Okay.
Well, now they call them back off. So now they're going to leave. They're going for it.
They've went for it on 4th down so many times. I'm not surprised by this.
Dardanelle always has a good kicking team, though, so you know they feel real good about this spot for sure. But they're going to roll the dice.
Good with the fake out.
4th down and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Same formation.
Vega trying to get up the field. He does. Is he going to get in? I think he's driving, and he is, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Look, they're still pushing him.
He gets into the end zone, powers his way through for a touchdown. Big-time play there by Creed Vega, one of the best players in the state of Arkansas.
You see on the replay, watch this offensive line. Well, we come in a little late on it, but just an excellent job of Vega continuing to turn his legs and then his lineman getting him behind him and pushing him all the way in. The whole team really seemed to be down there.
6-0. 6-0 here as we attempt the point after. The point after is up. It's good, and we're going to take a quick break. Dardanelle leads 7-0. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
My prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Arkansas Tech University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
Don't be afraid.
All right, Jesus Garcia going to kick off for the Sand Lizards, second time tonight for Garcia. And you got to think right now, Clinton's got to think about scoring here pretty early because the momentum is on the side of the home team. Kickoff goes off to the right-hand side. Getting up the field there, getting out to about the 27-yard line, and that's where Clinton will start. I believe Caleb McCarver was the one that returned that one again, second one of the night.
Okay, 99 live devices on us right now. We appreciate all of you on YouTube alone. Hit that like button, share, ring the bell for us. We'd really appreciate it, guys. You're spot on that one at the 27, and that's where Clinton's going to start.
Yeah, and if you want to get into the comments here, comment. Let us know what you're thinking about this ball game. Great ball game here in the state. Clinton back to shifting, wing T formation. Handoff goes off to the left-hand side, and he's going to be bottled up.
Hey.
Still driving,
Yeah,
though.
good job on that second effort. They did blow it dead. Kind of lost a yard or two at the end there, but it looked like it's going to be a loss in the backfield at first. Looked like he's going to be stopped around the 25 for about a 2-yard loss. He ends up getting a yard. So it's a really good second effort there from the running back, but Dardanelle was definitely in position that time.
Dardanelle is really – they're going to try to force him to pass it tonight. You can see.
Hey, Woj, back off a little bit for us. We're so close tonight. We don't have to be zoomed in real tight. There you go. Fullback on the dial.
Up the middle. He's breaking through to the outside, gets across the 50, going to get all the way down to the 46-yard line. That's a huge gain there.
Boy, that's how you hit the hole. If you run this type of offense, you got a fullback. You got to have a guy that hits that thing with reckless abandonment, and that's what he does.
He had a huge game last week against Pottsville, and that's a big gain there. 26-yard gain on that play for Hunt Gonzalez. Dufresne comes back to Gonzalez on the zone read, trying to get out there, and really nothing doing there.
Better job that time from the defense of Dardanelle to swarm to the football. Second level came up.
That's the end.
That's how you get a guy down. That's what I want to see the Razorbacks do tomorrow. Swarm to the football. We ain't seen that this year.
Nothing gained on that play, but that's going to bring us to quarter number 2. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back here with more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Computer Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
What happened to the monitor?
All right, we're back here on the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week, and Clinton's got the football. Second down and 10.
The butt. On the left-hand side. At the bottom. It's at the very bottom. Jarian.
Second down and 10 here.
No, it's on the side at the bottom.
After no gain on the play.
Twice.
There's
Handoff goes off to the left-hand side, cuts up the field, gets across the 45 all the way out to about the 38-yard line, all the way down to the 40, or 38, I should say. And that's going to bring up third down and about 2 on that play after the 8-yard gain there by Big Rylan Jones.
There's one that's like a switch. That's not it. It's the one below it. It's just a straight up button.
It's above it, you mean?
Oh, never mind though.
And Clinton goes quick. They did Did they get enough? I think they may have gotten enough for the first down.
I'll get it.
It is going to be enough for the first down. They went real quick there. And it was just enough, gain of 3, maybe, but it was enough.
Got a car alarm going off right behind us, so
That's not mine.
Not sure if y'all can hear that, but we sure can.
So first down and 10 here for the Yellow Jackets as they're down to about the 35-yard line now. Handoff goes off to the right-hand side. That is number 16, I believe.
Yep. Harold McNabb, Jr.
And that's going to be a gain of 3 for McNabb, one of the very few underclassmen that play for this team.
That was a good hard run as well. I like the way he looked on that one, going through traffic that time.
Vroom, vroom.
It felt like Dardanelle had the ball the whole first quarter for the most part. That's what happens when you have a 91-yard drive. Chews up that clock. Multiple fourth down converted and on the touchdown.
Handoff went up the middle, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Little dive play. Zach Gonzalez. He's being really effective right now carrying the football. Might need to look at running him a little bit more here early. Again, wing T formation. Under center is Dufresne. Dufresne hands it off. Going off the right-hand side. Getting some movement on that offensive line now is Clinton. And, I mean, you got to think that, that's their game. That's what they want to do. 4-yard gain there on the play by Jones.
Yeah, that first drive for them just kind of got snake bit right off the bat. But the penalty to back them up, they weren't set on first down. Backed them up the first 15. They throw the pass, and it's incomplete. Just kind of had a tough drive, and then Dardanelle had it ever since this drive, until this drive. So
Dufresne hands it off to Jones. He is, well, he was going to be stymied in the backfield.
They don't go down at first contact. Big 6'7", I believe, or is that 47? Sorry, I should have said 6'7". All the kids are talking now. Big 47 Wyatt Dunn came in there, but he slipped by him.
That's third down and 3 now after the 3-yard gain for Jones, and Clinton's moving quick on offense themselves.
It was actually it's 6. I can't
62.
tell. 62, I believe.
Hayden Davis.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt Gonzalez. Hunt Gonzalez getting out close to the first down. I believe he got it. He did get it. That's going to be just enough. 4-yard gain there.
Peyton Davis was the name I was looking for.
Clinton is driving right now. Ball on the 13-yard line. And Clinton trying to answer the Dardanelle touchdown. This game is moving fast right now. It really is. Goodness gracious.
Not many pass attempts so far. About 3 or 4 for Dardanelle. 1 for Clinton that I can think of.
Dufresne under center. Hands it off to Jones. Jones got it whole.
Oh, wow.
And he runs through the tackle.
Look at him get in there.
Nope, it looks like they're going to call
asking.
They're calling it just short there. So it's about a.
Got a replay on that one, Aaron?
Where are they going to mark that one? I've got no angle to tell you.
They marked it at the 2. They must have hit the knee before he got that last little dive in.
So about an 11-yard gain there on the play. Ball in front of the 2-yard line. Clinton trying to go in right now.
I like his formation.
Handoff goes to Hunt Gonzalez, and he gets in. That's a touchdown.
That dog will hunt. He got right in there, right over the left side, no problem.
And that's a 2-yard touchdown run for Zach Hunt Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah. Just followed his lead block right in, and easy pickings at that point. Clinton Faithful are excited.
Good job, good job.
They're a PAT away from tying this thing up.
Well, here's the kick. It's up, and it is through. Nice job there by number 80, Derek Infante, and that brings us to 7-7. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more of the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Please stop saying one faithful.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desert, d3autosales.com. Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
Appreciate D3 Auto Sales for being our MVP sponsor. We pick up an MVP of the week each week, and then we carry it all the way through the season for football, basketball, baseball, and softball.
Oh, yeah.
And an onside kick recovered there by Dardanelle.
Good job.
Cademan Keithley.
Dirks.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we had some broadcast issues at the end of our Dirks game last week, and not able to name it. But for Spring Hill, it's hard to say. But I can't think of the receiver's name off the top of my head. I'll have to pull that back up. That's who we're going to give to. Number 12. It's our D3 Auto Sales player of that game.
Speaking of D3.
Here we are. We've got Dardanelle offense back on the field. Vega following his lead block across the 50-yard line. He gets all the way out to about the 48. 4-yard gain, I believe.
And
that was Carson Hamilton last week
7.
for the Spring Hill Bears. He was our D3 Auto Sales player of the game. But we got some power issues at the very end and couldn't name that. So congratulations to that young man. Had a big game.
Congratulations a week later, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Second down and 7. Vega looking deep. He's looking for his man. That's Bo Miller. A lot of hand fights going on there. I feel like Clinton might have got away with one in coverage.
Well, and then he missed a wide open receiver down the middle of the field. I believe it was number 11. Wide open. I mean,
pass was intended for Bo Miller. That was, like I said, a lot of contact there. Letting them play a little bit.
Dardanelle's pissed.
So here we go. 3rd down and 7 now. Dardanelle has shown that they'll go for it on 4th down, so I'm expecting that this is going to be 2-down territory as it is.
Trying to get him to jump.
Too many clips.
Looks like we've got a timeout. Let's go to our local sponsors while we can here. Clinton and Dardanelle getting in the mix with us. Appreciate them coming on with us, joining us. And look at Dardanelle. So many great sponsors here. George, Termite and Pest Control. Farm Bureau of Yale County. Dardanelle Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. La Huerta of 8 or close to ATU there. Russellville has 2 La Huertas, by the way. That's why we have to say close to ATU. Kirkland Family Medical Center, Cornwell Funeral Homes, Sam's Southern Eatery, and Orr Truck Center, thanks to Scotty Stone there for that one. And for Clinton.
And then don't forget Casper, too.
We got we got Casper's as well. We'll get to them at the red plate. Clinton Funeral Service, First Service Bank, Island Insurance, Stevens Stone Supply, Global Food Group, and Petty Jean Electric Wall.
We'll get the rest of those just in a moment.
Chat in motion. The handoff underneath. And that is Branson once again. I'm not sure he got it, but I would assume that Dardanelle's going to go for it after running that play. 4th down and short now as he picked up 7 on the play. But it is going to put him in that 4th down situation.
Well, Branson's a good running back. He's been here a long time. Feels like he's been here for several years. I remember calling his name from a couple years back. Great running back for Dardanelle. Kind of unsung in this offense at times.
Vega trying to go forward, and I mean,
he's got it.
Got it just by a little bit. He's going to be right at the 40-yard line. Going to be enough for a 1st down.
I don't think he had it till he turned his body and kind of trucked his way back in, kind of pushing. Got enough on that second effort there.
He made it.
125 live devices on us now on YouTube. Thank you. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, ring the bell. We really appreciate it, guys. Of course, this game, you can watch it on so many platforms tonight. So having 125 on here, we're excited and hope you're loving what you're seeing.
Vega rolls out to the right. He's looking down the field, and he completes the pass to number 11, Jordan Ernest. It's going to be just enough for a first down, 11-yard gain for Jordan Ernest.
And Ernest is the gent that was wide open down the field earlier on that potential pass interference stop play that they didn't get the call
You can
on.
move up a bit on this one.
Makes that reception. Vega sees him, hits it, puts it right
Remember, you
on
want
him.
it to be in the center.
Nice play.
So far, 5 of 9 for 47 yards is Vega through the air. He's also got 8 carries for 43 yards on the ground.
Got chatting on a little jet sweep reverse option.
Handoff goes to Branson.
That's impressive run right there. I mean, just churning the legs. He's bouncing off of the defenders. Good run.
Well, that's going to be a 5-yard gain for Branson. Branson's getting some carries so far. 8 carries for him as Dardanelle moving the ball down the field. 2nd down and 5 now.
At the 23.
Dardanelle trying to get back into the red zone. Chatton coming into motion. Pitch goes out wide to the left. Clinton really did a good job on that play. That was number 23, I believe, on the carry, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I thought it was 22.
22, I'm sorry, it was. Javian Chatton.
Yeah.
Yes. Javon Chatton, I should say.
Guessing that may be Rod's brother, maybe. Got a face mask.
Foul, face mask.
Yeah. So after the no game, we're still going to get a face mask, which is a personal foul, going to be 15 yards. We're half the distance to the goal. Spot the ball on the 13-yard line.
11.
Vega fake the jet sweep, crosses the 10, gets down to about the 9.
It's a really good open field tackle. I believe that was number 3 they got in on him, Mr. William Tumbleson.
Yes.
3-yard gain on that.
Sorry.
There's Vega looking to the corner of the end zone. He's got a man. That's a score, but we've got a whistle. Got a flag on the play. Looks like it could be holding.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to come back more than likely. But, man, that's an easy pitch and catch right there. Rod Chatton, he's got a catch radius. It's like Austin Allen and Jeremy Sprinkle out there to beat TCU. Just throw it in his vicinity, and he's going to go get it. And it was a perfect pass. He didn't even have to do anything special on that one.
It does look like it's going to come back, and it does come back. Big penalty there. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So you go from having a touchdown, getting all the way back now to about the 23, 24-yard line here.
2nd and 17.
Just less
time. No, I apologize. The 19-yard line. Again, not a great angle right now for us, but we're doing the best that we can. So ball on the 19, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and long here. Vega looking deep, back corner of the end zone for Chatton. Good defense there by Clinton. I believe that was Braden Mann that defended that play.
Yep, really good defense that time. Great coverage. Vega put it the only place that his guy could maybe bring it in. It was just too deep in the corner of the end zone. He had very good coverage right on him.
7:38. There's 4 minutes and 39 seconds left
I know.
in the first
Clinton's
half.
Luckily, barely going to get a chance at their 3rd possession of the game if they can get Dardanelle off the field. We'll see how much time's left.
3rd down and long here for Dardanelle. Vega in the empty set.
Rushing hard.
Steps up in the pocket. He's got a man over the middle, and that's incomplete.
Through his hands, but I will say if you go back and look, and especially if you're from Air Force and you're watching your guy coming next year, he had a blitz from the outside by Gonzalez, and he just shifted his feet, moved up in the pocket, and it was impressive play from Creed. Couldn't finish it at the end. Couldn't connect.
So here we go. This is going to be a pretty long field goal here. This is a 36-yarder here for Jesus Garcia. Call for the snap. Here's the kick. It's up. It's got the distance.
It's perfect.
And it's good.
Able to win another 10 yards probably.
Easily. And that's a big stop, though, by Clinton. 10-7 now for Dardanelle lead. Clinton will supposedly get the ball back. We'll see what happens here on this kickoff.
Thank y'all for sharing it out. Up to 141 devices now. It keeps growing.
Yes, sir. We got, yes, Javon and Rod are brothers. Appreciate that. Michael Dixon says, thanks for the coverage. Appreciate you.
I couldn't get it out.
You are welcome.
It wouldn't let me.
We tried to get it out to Facebook. We just couldn't get it out there, so you can click that link on Facebook, though, pretty easily. The Pottsville Apache's leading 20-6 right now. We'll have scores from around the state here coming up. Interested to see what that Atkins score is with Salem. Somebody might be able to tell us in the comments.
I'm also interested in that Bentonville West and Rogers game.
Yeah. Along with Hampton and Carlisle.
Yeah, Hampton and Carlisle is a big undefeated matchup. Hampton doing such a good job this year, and Carlisle being typical Carlisle, always at the top.
And we'll have the red plate from Casper's. You do not want to miss that tonight. That's going to be awesome.
Big kick from
kick is fielded.
Jesus.
Gets across the 30, across the 35, across the 40, out to about the 42-yard line. Big time return by number 8, Colton Warren.
Now they've only got about 58 yards to go and plenty of time. They like to run a football, 4:20. Let's see if Dardanelle can get a stop, because Clinton, other than kind of shooting themselves in the foot on that first drive, I mean, they looked good on that second drive. Just ran right down the field, hard running. Very impressed with their backfield.
Been a fun one so far. I think this is the first time that we've ever done Clinton or Dardanelle on our game of the week.
On the game of the week, yeah. We've had them both against Pottsville many times, but
handoff goes off to the right side, cut up across the 45, out to about the 47-yard line, and that is Rylan Jones getting some yardage.
Yeah, got a little extra shoving at the end there. So they were getting off. But man, if you like hard nosed run the football, you really got to love this Clinton offense.
Handoff goes up the middle. And that's Hunt Gonzalez, and he's just dragging a tackler, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Fun to watch. Keeps them legs churning. I mean, you better be ready to tackle. You better buckle up both chin straps tonight, or both straps on your chin strap. And because you're going to have to be physical, because they're bringing it right now offensively, the Clinton Yellow Jackets are.
3 minutes and 36 and counting here. Dufresne under center, hands off again. Jones cuts up again. He's across the 45 down, across the 40 down to the 39. And Clinton seems to be gashing right now this Dardanelle defense. And he got close to 9 on that one.
Jones and Gonzalez, or Hunt Gonzalez, both just kind of built like bowling balls. Not a lot to grab onto. You got to get low.
Well, you want to talk about being a willing tackler. You better be a willing tackler. Step up in the hole against those two for sure. Handoff goes up the middle. Hunt Gonzalez gets down close to the 35. We'll call it the 36-yard line.
Show off my age here a little bit, but with that white and gold and the way they run, it reminds me of Notre Dame back in the early 90s with Ray Zellers and Jerome Bettis. Bringing it down your throat.
About 3 or 4 on that carry, and that's going to bring up first down and 10 here. I'm not a big Notre Dame fan like you are. Little counter play, and he's got some room. He's across the 25 down to the 20. Cuts outside, and he is tackled. Be about the 18-yard line. That's an 18-yard gain on that play, and you got to load up to stop one, and when you come back to the other, it's just hard to handle.
That's that junior, Mr. Harold McNabb. He's looked good tonight as well, running the football multiple times now. And now 20 coming back in, and that's Briar Gadberry, and he's another one that's built kind of low to the ground.
Desark leading big right now against Mark Tree, 32-8 in the second quarter. Wing T formation. Handoff goes off to the right-hand side. That's Jones cutting up, and he gets across the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. That's a 4-yard gain. And right now, if you're Clinton, you probably don't want to be in too big of a hurry here as we come up on the 2 minutes left here in the first half of play.
Well, I became a Notre Dame fan as my second favorite team. Arkansas is obviously my favorite, but just because we only had 2 channels back then, we had to turn the antenna to get an Arkansas game, and Notre Dame was on every week. So Lou Holtz was there. He'd been in Arkansas formerly.
Handoff goes back to the
Yep.
backside. Nothing doing that time, though.
Good defense. Good job coming up and closing was number 21, Kentrell Diggs, a senior for the Sand Lizards.
Looks like they're not moving the marker there, so no gain on the play for McNabb that time.
Yep, third down and 6.
Atkins down 8-7 in the second quarter right now. Thank you, Kyle Owens, for that.
I got that one about, I think it's going to be a pretty tight game. I'm thinking 31-24 Salem. It's going to be close, though.
Under center is Dufresne, trying to get Dardanelle to jump off sides. Third down and about 5-6 here. Trying to get them to jump. They're going to take a timeout, I believe. Clinton will take a timeout. We'll take one with them. It is a barn burner here. 36 seconds left now. Time getting down. Actually, you know what? Let's just stay right here with it. We don't want to miss a play here toward the end. Again, we want to remind you, Casper's. Man, what a great time we had at Casper's today. Go visit Casper's over there on Front Street in Dardanelle. Also, we didn't even get a chance to really mention Fowler's a couple weeks back. Got a chance to do that. We were supposed to be here 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago now when they played Nashville game. And Fowler's kind of took us in and fed us. And what a great time we had over there. But this week it was Casper's. And, man, what a place to eat that is. I'm telling you, if you're a Clinton fan, it don't matter what kind of fan you are, look up Casper's and come eat over here at Dardanelle. I'm telling you, it's one to travel to. So here we go. 36 seconds left in the first half of play. Third down and 6.
And the team, or they're going for it? Looks like they're going for it.
Well, it's 3rd and 6, so they've got one more play at least.
My bad.
2 timeouts left for Clinton and 1 timeout left for Dardanelle. The ball is placed on the 14-yard line here.
I'll tell you right now, I might want to run behind big 51, the center.
Shifts going on everywhere. They're handed off to the right-hand side.
And that's what they did, right behind the center.
Jones gets down close to the 10. I don't think it's going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be the 11. Yeah. So it's going to be a 3-yard gain. And now I would think Clinton might kick this one.
They're going for it. They need about, it's hard from this angle. Looks like about 4, 3.
It's good 3.
8 seconds.
Well, 51 did get his block that time, and there was a lot of room. And now they're going to call another timeout.
So they're going to go ahead and kick this here with 3 seconds to go. I like the time management there by Clinton. Good job there. Getting under center, trying to get them to jump, maybe get you a first down and then one other play. But they're going to kick this field goal here with 2 seconds left in the first half. 10-7 to being the score here. Yep. Quick first half here at Dardanelle.
Both teams got really good kickers. We saw a PAT earlier from Clinton's kicker. He looked good, had plenty of leg on it. They can go into this thing tied up right now. I think you feel pretty good about yourselves going to Dardanelle's house. Number 1 team in 4A right now, according to the Arkansas Sports Network.
And that's all that matters. Clinton Funeral Service, First Service Bank, Island Insurance, Global Food Group, Stevens Stone Supply, and Petty Jean Electric Cooperative Corporation. Appreciate those guys for being a part tonight. Dardanelle, we've got several sponsors for them, but we're going to give you this kick real quick.
When they get it there, back up and just show the goal.
There is the kick. It's up, and it looks like it's got plenty of leg, and it's good.
There it is.
And we got a tie ball game here as we go into halftime. Number 1, Dardanelle, and number 7, Clinton, living up to the billing. Clinton feeling real good as they go into halftime. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll have halftime stats analysis and the red plate when we come back.
Arkansas Tech University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at atu.edu/beyondfree.
What's up, Arkansas Sports Network fans? This is the Road to the Red Plate, celebrating Arkansas's finest restaurants. This week we're at Casper's in Dardanelle, crafting local fine dining with no dress code for just over 5 months.
Okay, Brad, go ahead and tell us about the food you had.
Okay, so first off, I started out with the Brussels sprouts. Those were amazing. I love the fried Brussels sprouts. We actually have some at home. The Asian sauce that went with them, very, very, very good. The salad had some fried okra that was topped on top of it. Little, obviously, homemade ranch, very, very, very good. Also, the steak that came out, ribeye, it was like a little, probably medium rare to rare. I liked it. It was very good. I really liked the fish, the barramundi. Barramundi. There we go. I'll say it right. It was good as well. The desserts were really over the top and just phenomenal. The bananas Casper, the tres leches cake. I mean, the cake was really probably the best cake I've ever had in my life. So overall, this is, much like all of these other restaurants that we've done, they're going to score very, very high. And, they're definitely one of the very top restaurants for the Red Plate.
Duran, go ahead and tell us what you had.
All right. Well, it was amazing here, this trip to Casper's here in Dardanelle. They started us out with some appetizers, Italian nachos and Brussels sprouts, fried Brussels sprouts. The nachos were just phenomenal, and the Brussels sprouts were as well. The bread or the chips for the nachos were like almost like a wonton kind of chip. Just phenomenal, extremely crispy, very airy. The Brussels sprouts were cooked deliciously, and they had a great sauce with them. We had the steak. The steak was rare, medium rare, but extremely seasoned well. I mean, just mouth-watering as soon as you put it in your mouth. And then the last thing I tried was it was a sandwich, the muffalata, and it had a little bit of like a green olive and different kind of toppings to it. It was delicious, one of my favorite things. And then the desserts, and we've already talked about it a lot, but the desserts were just out of this world. Started off with the tres leches cake, was just one of the best cakes I've ever had. And then we also had the creme brulee, and it was phenomenal. But what I want to talk about the most, and I loved all three desserts, but the bananas Casper was one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. It had ice cream and cake, had just an overflowing of sauce around it with bananas, cut bananas in it. And I mean, you eat too many bites of that, you're walking out here with diabetes. But it was delicious. I mean, honestly, it was so good. Once I tasted other things after it, I didn't want them, and they were phenomenal before. But The bananas Casper is worth coming over here on its own, but really every dish that we tried was just phenomenal. Just a great time here at Casper's in Dardanelle.
They told you everything we got, so the desserts were the best. The leches cake was really good. The bananas Casper was really good. I'm not a big Brussels sprouts fan, so I didn't try that, but everything else I tried was really good. The steak was pretty close to phenomenal. I really, really liked it. I kind of eat my medium rare anyway, so that pretty much fit what I eat. But yeah, everything was really good. I would definitely recommend the place.
So we had a really gorgeous spread of food. We had the Italian nachos. We also had the Brussels sprouts for appetizers. The fried Brussels sprouts were really good. I'm not too crazy about Brussels sprouts at all, but them served in the sauce, which was really nice, very hearty. And the Italian nachos were amazing. It had this lovely melted cheese on top and served with this really great grilled chicken, and the wonton chips just super crispy, all seasoned beautifully, and they all go really well together, you know, and it's a really good just taste of local Arkansas. And then for our mains, we had the muffalata, which is a cold cut sandwich, kind of a traditional cold cut sandwich with an olive spread on a really nice flatbread, served with really, really good French fries, good, clean, wholesome potatoes. And then we also had the fish, which is a barramundi, an Australian fish, really, really good white fish, very flaky, seasoned beautifully, and that one was served with seasoned green beans, which I really liked. That was truly amazing. And we also had the prime rib. The prime rib was served with blackened vegetables, which were seasoned just beautifully and paired really well with the kind of mid-rare, almost rare cut of prime rib. All in all, everything was it was beautifully plated, beautifully served. The desserts, can't say enough about them, because the bananas Casper was it was a lot. It was really awesome, served with really nice ice cream on that really good toffee cake, just beautiful and not overly sweetened. So I have nothing bad to say about anything from this place.
All right, so we're here with Angie Casper of Casper's, and we've had another phenomenal meal. I feel like we've just done so well this year doing this. And you guys treated us right. We appreciate it. And so just tell us a little bit about this place.
Well, Casper's Dardanelle is our second location. We have my primary location is in Clarksville, and it's been there for just over 6 years now. And we weren't really planning on 2 locations, but we weren't given much of a choice. Dr. Gleason wanted a nice restaurant in Dardanelle, and she would not take no for an answer, and here we are today.
Well, you guys have succeeded. So you do have a place in Clarksville. You do have a place here. Just tell us about the overall, what is it that you're trying to achieve at both your restaurants?
So it's important for me to provide a place in communities, a nice place for them to come and get a good meal, meaning 90% of our menu is raw when you order it. We are back in the kitchen taking raw ingredients and cooking them just for you. And that's important to me, to give them a good meal, because food costs right now are really high. And people don't have a lot of expendable budget to go out with. And when they do, they need to get their money's worth. And we want to give them somewhere where they will enjoy spending time at the table. Bring your family, bring your friends, maybe it's a lunch business meeting, but we want to provide you a space where you can enjoy being in the room. No rush, come, spend as much time as you want, and we're going to treat you right where you're at.
And I think we've experienced that today.
I hope so.
So we're definitely appreciative of you guys and the things that you did with us. So let's talk about the food that we had today, and just kind of tell us about that. And you were saying that that's kind of what the flavor of Dardanelle is.
Yeah, so we started y'all with the fried Brussels sprouts, which who knew you could sell a Brussels sprout? I mean, I didn't eat them when I was a kid, but it turns out if you fry them, they will come. Yeah. So we fry them, we put a little bit of an Asian glaze on there, and we go through 75 pounds a week, okay, wow, of Brussels sprouts. It was a big surprise to us. So we started with that as one of the house favorites, and then a cup of soup, and We like to use fresh. We like to use local when we can. So you had our harvest disc, which was fresh pumpkin, acorn squash, butternut squash, fresh herbs, sweet potato, all things that I had gotten from local farms, specifically Drury Farms in Dover. And I made a bisque out of that, just a smooth, velvety soup, not chunky at all, smooth and velvety, just size up that all harvest, fall flavors.
Yeah.
Then we moved on and we had the ribeye. So Dardanelle comes here for two things. They come for that steak and they come for fish.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to experience both of those. We had the ribeye and we had the barramundi. So on our menu is a grilled fish. I play with that. I just shop it and see what kind of fish is out there and what I want to bring in. And right now we're doing barramundi. It is an Australian whitefish, very light, very flaky. We grill it with a mezcal chipotle seasoning this week, and it has a corn and black bean salsa. But we play with that every week, getting fresh ingredients and just putting a different topping on it. So it's always new when they come in and they say, what is the fish? It's not the same menu every single week when they're here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we enjoyed it, but I guess really what took the cake, supposedly, or so to say, I should say, is the desserts. I mean, as good as all that other stuff was, and it was phenomenal, the desserts really kind of set it over the top.
So I brought out, it was important for us to utilize the local economy. So La Dulce Esquina provides for us our chocolate tres leches cake. It's a massive cake. It's beautiful. It's so moist. Really, it's a house favorite. She bakes those for me each week. I contact her and I tell her how many I need and she provides them. I also gave you the creme brulee. That's made in-house. Every week we use a different flavor. This week we did an apple cinnamon with apples from Drury Farms. I love to be able to support the local farms as well. And then we did the house signature dessert, which is bananas Caspers. And that is a toffee bundt cake with butter pecan ice cream and caramelized bananas on the top. And it's addictive. Once you've had it, it's hard. Once they've had that dessert, they never try the others. They just keep coming back for bananas Casper.
Yeah. I will say, I ate more of the cake. I do love the bananas Casper too. That was really, really good. The cake might have been the best I've ever had. I mean, it's really good. It's great. Well, we want to say thank you for having us today, and we're just excited that restaurants are opening their doors to us to be able to review and get you out to the public.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't know how much help you are to us by doing this. We've only been here 5 months. There are people in this community that don't know we're here yet and don't know that, you know, it might look fancy, but there's something for every budget. And you can come here straight from work. You can come here out of the chicken houses. You can come for date night, prom night. It doesn't matter. We've got the private room, which as people get to know us, we want to be able to do rehearsal dinners and family reunions. We've got a birthday party for retired Senator Sharon Tusky tomorrow there. So lots of options here. Lots of options.
So tell us where you're at so they don't know where you're at.
In Dardanelle, we're at 224 South Front Street, all the way at the end of the street before you get to the residentials.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for having us.
I appreciate y'all coming. It was nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, you too.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our content. Then comment down below where you'd like to see us next on the road to the red plate.
You belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind. Offering over 115 undergraduate degree options, both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
Welcome back here to Dardanelle. It's 10-10, and we've got a barn burner between two top 10 teams. The number one team in 4A, Dardanelle, being challenged at home tonight by the number 7 Clinton Yellow Jackets. And Duran, I tell you what, man, it's been a good one. Really, I mean, very evenly matched. In fact, we're going to bring stats up. It's going to show you exactly that. It's been a really good one so far.
Yeah, it really has. Early on, Clinton's first drive just kind of shot themselves in the foot. Dardanelle got the ball back at the 9-yard line after they elected not to catch the punt, and it rode all the way into the 9, got down there. They spent the whole rest of the first quarter basically with the football. Drove all the way down the field, 91 yards, got the touchdown, and that was I'm trying to remember, that was a Creed. It was a pass to, I had that wrote down, but I can't find it. 4th and goal from the 5. And that was the one where Creed ran it in, I believe.
Yes.
And so they had one call back. But anyways, so he runs in and they get the lead. And then Clinton comes out and drives right down the field, just ran the ball so well. And that was impressive. You just felt like, they only got 3 drops. They just didn't get the ball much.
Right.
Dardanelle comes back down and gets the field goal. And then Clinton with a nice drive at the end to get the field goal and kind of ran out of time on him on that drive. 10-10. Like you said, we're even, very even right here with the stats, and I'll let you take those away, those individual or those team stats.
Well, I would like to say that we're definitely accurate on it, but I think it reflects what's going on in the game. So, we've got to be close. 116 on the ground for Clinton tonight. Just 7 through the air, 1 completed pass for the Yellow Jackets, 123 total. 77 yards on the ground for Dardanelle, 47 through the air. They're a little bit more balanced tonight for sure. I don't think that's anything that we were surprised by at all. 124 total. And again, you got a 10-10 ball game, and you're within 1 yard of each other.
Yeah, and I want to say Clinton's only had 2 attempts, and they've got 7 yards. So, they don't throw it a whole lot and really haven't needed to. So, I can't wait to see how this ends up. But this is a pivotal matchup right now, and the 4A4, and Clinton has a chance to steal a win here on the road when most people thought Dardanelle had this one for sure. It's a top 6 matchup. I don't think anybody should have really just thought for sure, but Dardanelle's played so well that I do think they were definitely favored by most people outside of Clinton, outside of Van Buren County, and they got a really good chance. And if you get the 1 seed, it really helps you out getting deep into the playoffs.
Oh, 100%. No doubt about that. Big time help for sure. If you can get the 1 seed. In fact, I'm pretty sure that if you're the 1 seed in the 4A4, you don't have to match up with the 4A7. You get to match up with the 4A3.
Right.
Much different. It's a much different thing.
No disrespect, but it's a different world. For sure.
Absolutely. It's
you don't want to see Arkadelphia till the title game, if possible.
We got people updating our in the comments, updating Atkins and Salem. We did just check in on that one. 14-7 is the score there.
At the half, Salem in the lead.
We got 2:28 left here. Dardanelle's not out. I expect that they're going to add a couple minutes to the clocks. Let's go ahead and go to a quick break, and we come back. We'll have more action here in just a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network Game of the Week.
Nothing came easy, but with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot, because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Since inception, Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
It's so hot, you're going to think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
Hey Arkansas, it's time! Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
We need to get it.
Hey, if you will go out, find it on our page. You can find it all over our page, Facebook page.
Friday Night 5G
Dirks Outlaws. Vote for those guys as we're trying to get them $1 million to help renovate the holler. The holler was built when? When did they say?
1917.
1970.
And
that's wild.
We were
Over
on top of the
100
press
years
box last week, and
118
they've
years
got
ago.
it's a slanted roof, but they've got a little platform built, but it's real small. But they just, it's just old. They just got a lot of stuff around. There's some old construction laying around. The way we had to set up to make it work out, we actually were using some old broken two-by-fours to use under our table. They need it bad. And the team in second, and I'm not trying to show shade, but the team in second, I mean,
nothing close to them.
They've got a track, they've got a turf field, they've got swim team. I heard they're trying to fix their club seats, their box seats, stuff like that. It's really two different ends of the spectrum, to be honest with you. And Dirks really needs it. They've got a lot of things they need to fix with that field. The field, the north end zone, which if you go back to our game last week, it'd be on the right side of the screen. The goal line or the end zone is equal to the concession stand in the south end zone's door down there. There's an 8-foot slope on that field. So if you're standing in one end zone, you're about 7 feet higher than the other end zone, or lower if you're in the south end zone. That's just one of the many things that they need to fix over there, and they're just doing a great job. That community and the Booster Club getting so much support, and they're up about 50,000 votes last I looked, maybe 60 or so.
They're up
but
almost 70,000
that could change.
votes.
If the whole state of Oregon, lot bigger population than Arkansas, if they start getting behind them, they can get caught. It ends on the 24th. So go vote. You can do it once a day. It's real simple. You go in, you go to the Dirks landing page, and you click it, and it automatically, all you got to do is put your email address in there. You don't have to get an email from them or do anything like that. You just put it in, and it'll show you your votes submitted.
569,873 votes for little
Dirks. I know.
That's wild, man. That's wild. But keep it up.
They're almost exactly 70,000 votes up.
They're about 70 up. Okay.
Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. I mean,
70,033 votes ahead.
The whole state of Arkansas right now.
You can vote once a day until the 24th.
And you can vote for them every day until the 24th.
You're going to have to. They need you to vote every day.
And then they'll announce it on the 30th, who the winner is.
So Clinton's going to kick off here in the second half. We've got a great one for you. Number 7, Clinton 10. Dardanelle, number 1, Dardanelle 10. And we're ready for second half action right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Game of the week. Back to kick off for Clinton is Derek Infante, and back deep to receive is number 4, Javarius White, and he will get it. And I'm sorry, Javarius West. I keep saying White. It's West.
I know. It happens. I looked at the wrong roster earlier. So Wish you
It's
didn't do that.
west. And Clinton able to get him down about the 24-yard line. So that is where Dardanelle will take over. Again, if you like what you're seeing, we've got Cash App. You can Cash App us at AR Sportsnet. Or, hey, we got Super Chats open as well.
On YouTube.
Any little thing helps. Yeah, they're on YouTube if you
We'll
don't
shout
know
out your
about it.
Super Chat as well.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out if you Cash App or Super Chat. Here we go. Second half action. Ready to begin. Handoff goes. Nope, that's a fake, and Vega gets across
got
the
a head of
30.
steam.
Zoom in, zoom in.
He's going to get
Get
across
him.
the
Stay with
50.
him.
Big time run there. They're going to mark him out of bounds all the way down to the 44-yard line. That is a 32-yard gain right off the bat.
Come out just a little, Aaron.
Woj.
There's a fake on the little play action, but it's just the play action keep this time over the right side. And good job from Clinton getting back. They had 5 defenders trying to get the angle on them. Eventually get them out. Great run.
Vega again. We're going to see a lot of Vega here, I think, here in the second half. He gets it down across the 40, maybe down to the 39. It's going to be a 5-yard gain there.
We get some Vega left, Vega right, Vega up the middle.
He's got 10 carries
Vega
now for
bus.
80 yards.
The Vega bus. It's coming. Is it too loose, Woj, the camera?
So up to the 44-yard line
You don't
of
think it is?
Clinton,
Okay.
looks like.
It seems like it's loose. Let's pull up just a little bit.
Was that the 39? I apologize. 39.
Outside zone fake across the 37 down to the 36.
Vega again, 3 straight
Yes.
carries. See if he gets a breather on this next one.
What were you saying there? I missed it.
Just then?
Yeah.
I was just saying Vega, 3 straight carries. Let's see
Oh,
if he gets a
before
breather
that.
on the
Up a
next
little
one. I was just talking about
There you go.
we're going to see a whole lot of Vega this half.
Yes.
Left, right, up the middle.
The Vega bus is coming.
Third down and short here.
Everybody's jumping.
Here's Vega going
4 in a
off
row.
the right-hand side, and I mean, they just keep running him down across the 30. He is at the 28-yard line.
Another first down.
And big right now, Clinton unable to really get any push on him.
Bella Vista to guys now.
Mark it at the 28, 1st and 10 for the Sand Lizards. This one almost feels like whoever's going to have the ball last might have the win or a chance to tie.
Vega calls for the snap, drops back to pass, throws a little short route, and it's going to get down all the way to the 24-yard line. Looks like about a 4-yard gain there.
Good reception from
2nd
Bo
and 6.
Miller coming back to the ball, securing it. Vega putting in a spot where really only Bo could get it.
So 2nd down and 6 now for the Sand Lizards.
So his break is to throw the ball. Now he
West
gets a handoff.
Shovel pass.
Gets the jet sweep,
It's a man mass.
and he is
Yeah, and that's actually going to go down as a pass. It's a little tap
First up.
pass, it look like.
I think that's about. I'm trying to figure out where they spot it. About
10.
14-yard gain there.
At the 10.
So 14-yard gain, and I mean Dardanelle like a machine right now, moving right down the field.
Yeah, and pace has picked up a little bit as well, it seems like, for them.
I mean, and they're just right now they're getting anything they want. About get down to about the 7. It's going to be 2nd down and goal here now.
I want to thank Caitlin Wilson earlier in her comments said that Javon is Rod's brother. I don't know if you read that. I don't think you did you?
I did.
Oh, I apologize. I don't listen to everything you say like you think sometimes, Brad.
Second down and goal. Oh, and then the backfield.
Yeah, nice tackle that time.
Zach Hunt Gonzalez. They got
Yeah.
the ball to number 10, Braden Hardy. And
Him and number 0 teamed up.
Yeah.
We don't have a 0 on our roster. Let us know in the comments who number 0 is for the Clinton Yellow Jackets.
that's a 3-yard loss there for Hardy.
Oh. They have a number 0?
So 3rd down and goal now.
171 live devices most of the night. Thank you.
Going out Vega trying to hit the man in the back or the corner of the end zone there, and it's going to be incomplete. And Clinton looks like they have stopped Dardanelle after Dardanelle's getting about what they wanted.
Yeah, a little bend, don't break. They get that 1 tackle for loss, and now an incompletion on 3rd down, and that's enough to bring in the kicking team.
Here's a big score right now. Hampton up on Carlisle 22-14 at halftime.
Hampton, for real this year.
For sure, absolutely.
Even if they somehow find a way to lose this one. One of the bigger games in the state tonight.
Jesus Garcia lined up for the field goal. Here it is. Looks like jumped offside.
Free 5, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it's on Clinton.
It is on Clinton. Offsides.
That's going to put the ball, what, the 5-yard line? I think it's at the 10.
Watch the sideline here. They're going to
5-yard penalty.
They're going to try to go for this.
You got Chatton, you got Creed, you got West that comes in on those little jet sweep actions. I mean, this might be where they go for it. We'll see if they change their mind. Looks like Jesus going to stay out there.
Hit that share button. We only got 5 likes right now with 173 devices. Come on,
we actually had those for the first snap.
Hit the thumbs up.
Here we go. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. 13-10 here, as you said, bend but don't break. Let's go to our local sponsors if we can, real quick.
I want to give credit to the holder that time. I think that's number 23 because that was a high snap. He got it down just in time. We don't have 23 on the roster either.
Appreciate all of the Dardanelle Sand Lizard sponsors. Ford Truck Center, Sam's Southern Eatery, Cornwell Funeral Homes, Kirkland Family Medical Center, La Huerta at ATU, Dardanelle Nursing and Rehab, Farm Bureau of Yale County, and George Pest Control. And for the Clinton Yellow Jackets, appreciate those proud supporters of the Yellow Jackets, Clinton Funeral Service, Petty Jean Electric Cooperative Corporation, Stephen Stone Supply, Global Food Group, Island Insurance, and First Service Bank. Appreciate you guys for jumping on. (13-10). Clinton in this ball game. Dardanelle leading here at home. It's a great matchup between these two teams.
A little squibber down the middle.
Getting a little bit of momentum on the kickoff. And gets down to, what are we going to spot that at? About the 26, 27-yard line there.
Yeah, he had a little bit of room there. Like you said, got some momentum, but the hole closed quickly. Clinton with about 73 yards or so to go.
Zoom in on that.
That's good right there.
So here we go. Clinton with the football, trying to take the lead for the first time tonight. Handoff goes to the right-hand side. And that's a good gain there. Looks like about 8 yards right off the bat. Good carry there.
Ryland Jones.
By the man, Ryland Jones. He's got 53 yards. Seems like every carry lately has been about 11, 6, 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's been churning them up, chewing them up as well. And just got a plethora of really good running backs, really physical running backs for this Clinton Yellow Jacket offense. They've been fun to watch.
Handoff goes to Hunt Gonzalez.
Better job that time. A little dive play. We got a couple of Sand Lizards double teaming them here on the tackle. That was Gabe Burris, number 72, and it looked like Alex Laporto as well.
It's going to be enough for a first down on the Hunt Gonzalez run. 3-yard run there for big number 34. Yeah, big fellas up front for Clinton. They're very physical. Looks like if you just look at the size advantage, the offensive line for Clinton should be able to move them, although big 54, he's got a lot of heart there. He
the
does.
Right guard's not quite as big.
Not quite as big, but he's in there blocking the big boys right now.
He just did. That's right. They get it out quickly on a little screen top play.
Yep. Just about a 2-yard gain on that pass there to Colton Warren. Yeah, just as I said that, I looked at him, and he was right in on 71. Definitely a weight advantage for 71 for Dardanelle, no doubt about that. big,
Latino.
yeah.
He's right up on the nose this time.
Little counter action. Dardanelle's ready for it. Gets out to about the 40, so not much doing there. Just, we'll call it 2 on the gain there. Harold McNabb. And it's 3rd down and 7
Yeah,
now.
I feel like it's a pivotal play right here for Clinton. Maybe even go for it. This might be 2-down territory for them if they can get 4 or 5 on this play. If they don't quite get the first down, looks like they need about 7.
Tell you what, we're going to beat everybody, the Buffalo Wild Wings, tonight because, I mean, this game is moving quick.
That's true.
13-10, Clinton spreading it out. 2 wide receivers near to us. Shotgun set. Got a wingman. Hand off to Jones. They fake it, and they overthrow the receiver. Dardanelle did a good job of kind of sniffing that pass out, and I would say they're going to punt this one.
Yeah, I felt like he had another guy on the other seam that another hash that might have been more open, but
I feel like that, that play has been so open when they've practiced it.
right.
That he just felt like Hunt Gonzalez would be wide open.
I think he missed 22 on that one, Sam Standards. He looked like he had to step on his man, but yeah, just trying to trick him there and get a little tight end pass, quick pass to the tight end right up the seams, and good job from the Dardanelle defense. And there's a high snap.
Really high snap.
Oh, goodness.
Still got Tom. Took his time as well. We'll play.
Oh, and that turned out to be a really good punt. Got inside the 15. Looks like that they're going to mark it right pretty close to the 15 anyway, at the 16. So he saved the day there. That's a big-time heady play by the senior Brody Dufresne.
That's one advantage you have of having a quarterback as your punter. A guy that used to having the football in his hands, doesn't panic. Did a great job that Tom. Still reversing the field. Took a bad situation and turned it into a good thing for Clinton. But now, Clinton defense was able to stiffen. They bent last time. They didn't quite break. They gave up the field goal, but kept them out of the end zone. They're going to have to start doing that early in the drives on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see what they do on this first play.
Vega calls for the snap. A little RPO action. Pass going to be incomplete. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised that we hadn't seen Chatton be a little bit more involved tonight.
Yeah. Try to get him on a little slant play that time. And the defense was in good position. Number 16 just kind of out there. I noticed him when they lined up that he was just kind of out there he wasn't really up on nobody, had nobody over him. Just kind of sitting there and made that a tough window for Creed to try to fit that one into.
2nd and 10. I bet they go to a zone read look here on 2nd and 10.
Now they got man-to-man on that side. 3 on 3.
Oh, ball is on the ground. Vega picked it up, and we got a flag in the backfield. Vega is gone, but I think it's going to come back. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Creed Vega, but we got Yellow Hanky in the backfield, and Dardanelle coach is none too pleased right now. Oh, illegal blindside block. Wow.
And it's tough on the quarterback. He just runs 80-something yards down the field. Now he's going to come back.
I mean, once he hit that edge, nobody was catching him. That's a big old boy running that fast.
About
My
6'3",
goodness.
and telling you, man, I think he'd probably get in that 4 or 5 range.
He's put together, I'll tell you that.
About 210, 220. Big old boy. Air Force is getting a special player.
Tell you what, if you hadn't seen him play basketball.
I know, it's impressive.
I mean, he's a brute. Now he probably needs a little oxygen to come back here. He's slow getting back to the huddle.
Yeah, he's still at the 40.
Show him at the 40.
There he is coming in. It's kind of like
a
low
blow. They got
blow.
unsportsmanlike conduct after that. Wow.
Oh, man.
Who did?
Let's go back up half the distance from there, I believe.
That's tough.
Got to keep your composure in that type of situation. Giving Clinton new life here.
Man, look at where they're at. They're inside the 5-yard line now.
2nd in Johnson County.
Other way.
2nd Russellville.
Man,
yeah. Got to get across the river for a first down.
I mean, you could even say Hector. I mean, Dover even.
Yeah, wrong direction, but yeah.
Oh, you got to get a chance to get Dover in there right now, right?
You do. I don't. Y'all bring it on me more than I bring it up.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Whatever.
That's not true.
Bill does.
We got ball on, I believe, the 3-yard line here. Second down and forever.
In his own end zone. He's got time. He's got a man.
That's going to be picked off.
Great job from the safety. Deuce coming over. Sam Standridge said, hey, you don't throw the ball to me on that.
Another flag in the backfield, and I think that's going to be on Dardanelle.
Yeah, that's going to give him 15 possibly from the end of the run.
The momentum is switching in this ball game right now. Clinton staying in it. Bend but don't break defense has paid off here, and looks like Clinton may have a surge that they need here, and they're going to get really good field position.
Yeah, he comes down at the 37, between the 37 and 38.
That's unsportsmanlike conduct play again, so they're going to march that off 15 yards. And that's going to get them all the way down to about the 21-yard line, I believe.
At the 22.
22. So Clinton in prime territory right now. If you're going to win this game, if you're the Clinton Yellow Jackets, you got to be able to put the ball in the end zone right now.
I got Clinton Faithful up here on the top row, turning around smiling into the booth. They are excited.
It's a big game, man. Got the big game atmosphere going right now. 13-10 Dardanelle. Dardanelle defense needs to do something to get this momentum back.
Just don't turn it over right now if you're Clinton.
Jones being stopped.
That was the
in
kicker.
The backfield.
Jesus Garcia on defense coming in, making a big tackle in the backfield.
Now, it looked like it was going to be in the backfield, but he did.
Forward.
Yeah, he kind of got about one or two there. Not much, but enough.
Still, other than, they've been getting 5, 6, 7 yards more than that at times.
Well, when they're running Jones, they're really not trying to hide what they're doing. They're running about the same play every time. Handoff goes up the middle. And it's going to get across the 15. That's going to be about a 5-yard gain there.
Yeah. Going to put it on the 9, so the 14, so it's 3rd and 2.
Clinton hanging hats on seniors, 16 seniors on this, 17, I should say. 17 seniors on this football team right now.
How many are on the field?
Handoff goes to Hunt Gonzalez again. He's going to get real close to the marker. I don't think they're going to give it to him.
They're going to have to measure, or they're going to have to.
It don't look like it's even measuring. This is a big play in this ball game here.
They moved it back a yard. I thought they were going to give them the 12.
4th and 1. 4th down and 1. Biggest play of this ball game right
Clinton's
here.
Got all the momentum right now. If Dardanelle gets a stop, I feel like that's a huge opportunity. Just kind of get sucked away from him. So, this is a huge play.
10 seconds.
I get in right behind that center right now, big 51. Give it to Hunt or number 2,
jump? Nope.
Jones.
Nope. 4th and 1. They're trying to get them to jump. Looks like they're going to call timeout. Are they going to play
flag? But did they get the timeout in time? Flag came from the far diagonal over by the pylon.
Looks like they're going to get the timeout first.
Yep.
Let's take a quick break if we can. It's 13-10. 3:53 left in the third. It's a good one here. Don't miss it. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, Arkansas, it's time. Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
Arkansas Tech University has pathways to go to college beyond free and help cover the cost of your education. While other universities may claim a debt-free option via a special scholarship, ATU doesn't need a special scholarship to cover tuition and mandatory fees, because we're already one of the most affordable universities in the state. Instead, ATU offers 5 pathways for graduating high school seniors to cover the cost of attending classes. And one of these 5 pathways could pay for you. Apply today at ATU.
Now.
All right, we're back here. Handoff goes up the middle. I think he's going to get enough for a first down right then and there. And it's going to get all the way down to about the 6-yard line.
Needed a yard and got about 5.
And they're going quick.
Yep, they called that in that timeout where they set. They say they were. That's to Hunt Gonzalez. Look at him backpedaling all the way down to about the 3 this time.
They're feeling it. They're feeling it right now. They know this is their opportunity in this ball game.
Yep, we talked about it, and I feel like that would have killed the momentum. And Hunt is getting up very hobbled. That's not a good sign if you're a Clinton Yellow Jacket fan.
Definitely
Looks like a
not.
left ankle, possibly.
He can't even get off the field there. That's tough. That's tough. Hopefully,
maybe a cramp.
Hopefully, he can walk it out here. But I guess that gives us a little bit of time to take a quick break again. 13-10 is your score, and it looks like a cramp.
Yep, that's a good sign for Clinton.
It's like a cramp. Let's do our locals. Let's do that real quick.
Kind of like Ernie said to Chuck, little crampage. One of the best shows ever.
Appreciate everybody that joins us here. I have butchered the names and said them wrong, but we do appreciate Clinton Funeral Service. Petty Jean Electric, goodness gracious, Cooperative Corporation.
Cooperative.
Right? Stevenson, I can't. I don't know.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, just do it.
Steven Stone Supply, Global Food Group, Island Insurance, Auto Home, Commercial Law, 501-745-8214, First Service Bank, and the Clinton Funeral Service. I think you might have said them already, but we'll get them in there twice.
And if you want to, you can Cash App us if you'd like.
For Dardanelle, we got George Termite and Pest Control, 479-229-3609, and we'll come right back. Here comes the play.
Here we go. Handoff goes off the left-hand side. Ryland Jones can't put it in. Getting close to the 2-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and goal.
Getting nigher. Not quite there.
Feel a little bit of fall in the air coming through this press box right now.
It is hot in here for some reason.
Feels good right now. Ball's right on the 3.
So 3rd and goal. Boy, this is where you miss a Hunt Gonzalez, right?
That's right.
Handoff goes to Jones. He cuts up and he gets it. That's a touchdown, and Clinton has their first lead of the ball game, 16-13 on the Ryland Jones 3-yard touchdown run.
I'll tell you right now, head coach Phil Vega wants those 15 yards back on that unsportsmanlike penalty. Dardanelle got to keep the composure, gave them an easy trip down that time after the interception, gave them an extra 15 yards.
You have to zoom out and get the field goal.
Capitalized.
Well, if you think about it, there were
penalty before. I know.
2, yeah.
I know.
All right, let's go ahead and throw the Dardanelle locals up. Appreciate them. George Termite and Pest Control, Farm Bureau of Yell County, Dardanelle Nursing and Rehab Center, La Huerta, near ATU.
Mexican food.
There you go. Kirkland Family Medical Center, Cornwell Funeral Homes, Sam's Southern Eatery, and Ford Truck Center of Yell County. Appreciate everybody for joining us here. And, man, we've got a barn burner here right now. Tell you what, it's a good one here. I think maybe a better one than we thought it would be even in this one.
It's been everything we were hoping for and more. So 17-13 Clinton with the lead. Still a lot of time left. But, man, big momentum swing at the moment.
Battle for 4A4 supremacy right here, right now.
You go from an 80-yard touchdown run to a 4-point deficit.
That's right. Here we go. Infante getting ready to kick. Here we go. Here's the kick. It's a good one. It looks like it's going to be well into the end zone. It sure is. And that's going to get out to the 20.
Hey, Mark Maylou Host, you're not looking at him. You got a field goal kicker. You got a kicker right there. It's a football player. Somebody better be looking at that guy on the next level.
Well, he booted that one for sure.
Harding down the road, Arkansas Tech right here. And the Arkansas Sports Network, proud sponsor of us. Got some leg. Both of these kickers, both guys on both sides, impressive. Jesus Garcia on the other side and Infante for the Yellow Jackets.
ATU.
Well, Dardanelle's been able to move the football. Had an opportunity to go up 2 scores with that last possession, but it didn't work out, and Clinton gets a touchdown. Now Dardanelle gets it back. West comes off the jet sweep, cuts up the field. We got another penalty on Dardanelle, and I know that the coaches over there at Dardanelle are not happy about it.
And that one right there, you just don't need it because it didn't really affect where he was going to be tackled and stopped. And It's either going to be a hold or a block in the back. Look like a block in the back to me. What do they call hold? Looks like a hold.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be 10 yards from the spot.
It's going to be close back to where they were. I think they'll lose a couple.
Yeah, so it was a 7-yard gain there and then a 10-yard penalty. And it looks like it's going to bring up 1st and 13.
I thought you got a little closer to the stick, but where the mark was. So 1st and 13. Dardanelle has got to be more disciplined right now.
Vega pitches it out there, running
Double
a little
throw.
halfback pass. He's wide open, and it's complete, and he's got a block down the field, across the 30, down to the 25, the 20, and a massive play for the Dardanelle Sand Lizards.
Jordan Ernest on the reception.
60 yards on the pass.
From number 3.
Yeah, and is that West that threw it, number 4?
No, it was Ian Branson.
It was, Branson, the running back.
It'll show it on the replay.
And they're running it. They're running it off the right-hand side. That's Branson.
They went fast.
Yeah, they're moving quick. They're moving quick right now. And we've got a stoppage in play.
We've got over 200 live devices on YouTube.
Well, you better share this one out right now.
Yeah, definitely share it out.
Down. 1st and 5.
Huge play. So we got 1st down and 5 now. It's 1st and goal now.
Excuse me.
I should say. Vega looking inside.
Ooh, dangerous pass.
Gracious.
Dangerous pass. They won't. And number 6, Bo Miller thinks he got hit a little early on that one. He didn't like it.
Well,
there
and
was
then
some contact.
Hunt Gonzalez came in and really laid it to him. You could have possibly got a defenseless receiver right there.
It's like Hunt Gonzalez got the crampage out, and he's back laying the wood again.
So 2nd down and goal. This is where the Clinton defense has been the best so far tonight.
Yeah, getting that condensed area made it a little bit tougher for Dardanelle to move the ball.
Stay on them.
2nd down and goal. Just inside the 10-yard line. West gets the fake. Creed Vega gets outside. He's cut up, and that's a touchdown.
Walks in at the end.
That's a huge play there for Dardanelle and a big-time answer by the Sand Lizards.
Back in the lead, up 2 at the moment, PAT pending.
And that's going to give Creed Vega 100 yards on the night. 13 carries, 100 yards, and a touchdown. And he read that zone read off the jet.
Watch him bounce it outside here, and then
nice job by West.
Yeah, great blocking on the edge. Down. And this is a lot of times you don't have in high school, especially 4A and lower, there's not a lot of good kickers out there. So sometimes you think about, do I go for 2 here and go up, or that you can, win it if a field goal can't tie it. But a team like this, Clinton's got a great field goal kicker. You don't want to go for 2 and not get it, and they beat you. So,
we got a great
that's
game.
A good decision there to kick it. We'll go up 3.
We got a great game here live in Dardanelle. Again, you need to share this out with your friends. If you've got high school football fans close to you right now is the time to share this out. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell, and also think about becoming a member with us.
Yeah.
Member content coming very soon here on the Arkansas Sports Network. I feel a playoff preview coming real quick. Not today.
No,
not tomorrow.
Not quite ready.
Not next week, but soon.
Soon.
And you want to be a member.
What does that word even mean? Soon.
And very soon.
2,000 years. Soon.
Garcia going to kick the ball off. 20-17.
Yep. Jesus Garcia.
Here's the kick. And he's going to try to get one in the end zone, and he does. And just like that, Clinton gets the ball back.
Garcia and Infante having the I'll raise you game right now.
Tell you what, these two teams are going back and forth right now like two heavyweights in the 4A. I tell you what, especially with Clinton, 17 seniors on the field, really senior-laden team. They're not fazed by any of this.
No, they got a chance to win this game still. But no matter what, everybody knows Dardanelle has a chance to win a state title this year, and Clinton's right there. They got their name in that same discussion.
Handoff goes off to the left-hand side, and that's that counter play.
Yeah.
They switch sides on it. McNabb picks it up. He gets about 3 on the play.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's hard to
Yeah,
see where the ball's
you
going.
mentioned this. You mentioned Clinton as a state title contender. I think tonight
this might be the first time
they're really proving themselves to be a team that could challenge for the state championship.
Yeah, I mean they're looking like a legit top 4 team for sure.
Dufresne calls for the snap, gets a little tunnel screen. Rylan Jones comes inside. Ball gets out to about the 25-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, I love a good tunnel screen, especially when it's well blocked. That one a short gain, but executed pretty well that time by Dufresne.
Big play here. Clinton had all the momentum. Dardanelle got it back. And now Clinton really needs big play here. Dufresne dropping back. Screen pass. It's well blocked, well played, well executed. Gets all the way out to the 35-yard line there. Big time play, big time catch by number 22, Sam Standridge.
Woj, come out for me a little bit. We're a little too tight tonight. There you go.
It's okay to zoom in on the huddle and then zoom out when they go for the play.
Under center, Dufresne, hands off, first man through. Not much doing. Ball on the ground, maybe?
I think they just swarmed it really well.
It's going to be a short gain there.
That time, they gave it to number 15, Braden Venable, another junior. Him, 15 and 16, a couple of wing-back type guys coming in, and both juniors. Him and McNabb. Didn't get much push that time, and Dardanelle did a great job getting several
7 seconds.
Red hats on the ball that time.
Dufresne, if they're going to run a play here, 2 seconds, 1 second, they're going to let the time run out. And that's going to be the 4th quarter. We have got a great one here. It is 20-17. Dardanelle, number 1 team in 4A, leading Clinton, number 7 team in 4A. We're going to come back here with more right here on the Arkansas Sports Network. Don't miss it. The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
I didn't make this one.
Hello, we're back here, and we've got proud supporters of the Dardanelle Sand Lizards. We have talked about them tonight quite a bit. We appreciate them.
The classic.
Georgia Pest Control Farm Bureau of Yale County. I can say these better, the Dardanelle ones. Why is that? Dardanelle
Alliteration.
Nursing and Rehab Center.
Stephen Stone.
La Huerta.
Maybe the transparency messes your eyes up.
Maybe
on
so. Who
on
knows?
this graphic. One. Which I like this better, actually, the
cooperation.
transparency.
All right, we'll get those in just a moment here. We've got 4th down action, 2nd down and long here for the Clinton Yellow Jackets. Lots of shifting with this offense. Dufresne hands off to Jones. Jones trying to get wide, nothing
Great
doing.
defense.
In fact, he might have lost a yard there.
That was Rod Chatton come slashing in and got him down.
Well, it looks like Dardanelle's going to dare him to pass. Of course, right now, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, really. They definitely expect to pass here, you would think.
Well, the key to the Clinton offense is the dive play. If you can get what you want on the dive play, then they got everything working for them. And Dardanelle on this drive has done a much better job between the tackles, shutting that down, forcing them to go outside.
Well, here we go. 3rd down and 10. Big play in this ballgame. Dufresne rolling out to the right, trying to find a man. He's got a man, but it's intercepted. It's cut underneath. He's at the 30. He cuts back to the 20. He's going to be tackled. We got a flag coming in.
Kentrail Diggs.
Big time play by Diggs. And, boy, that is a Huge play for the Sand Lizards.
Great job from the Dardanelle defense. You get Clinton in a situation with something they don't really like to do, and that's throwing the football. That's not something that they prefer to do if they don't have to. They can do it a little bit, but got them in a situation that they knew what was coming, tried to pin the ears back, played good defense on the backside on the secondary and the second level, and Diggs just undercuts that ball.
Flags on
Nice
Dardanelle.
return as well.
That's another penalty on Dardanelle, though.
Oh,
It's
wait,
going to
no,
back
no,
him up
no.
to the 30.
Shooting themselves in the foot.
I think it's on Clinton.
Illegal
Sorry.
block in the back.
It's on Clinton. Yeah. Sorry. That's my B.
No, it was on Dardanelle.
I pointed. Yeah. Was it on Dardanelle?
Illegal block on the back on Dardanelle.
Yes, it was a legal block in
He
the back.
pointed weird.
And so now here we are. Dardanelle has the football, trying to go up 2 scores. Vega dropping back to pass. He pumps.
Yep.
Trying to get the deep ball. Nothing doing there. They're going to try to bring the big man down, and I tell you what, can't hardly do it.
He had to have it out of bounds to help.
Right. Dardanelle fans wanting a late hit. Where are they going to mark this one?
25, it looks like. I think he's going to get where were they, the 30? No, they were back at the 31.
About 2nd and 5 there. Just looking at the stick anyway.
Yeah. From our angle, the stick, I think it's close to the 30. So
I know that Vega hasn't had the biggest stats that he's ever had, but I tell you what, he's been tough for Dardanelle tonight. He's been the difference for the Sand Lizards.
And I know if he was interviewing right now, he'd tell you all that matters is 5-0 and trying to come 6-0.
Handoff goes to Branson. Branson going around the left-hand side. He's going to pick up a few. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 after the 3-yard gain by Branson. Branson made the play of the game, though, with the 60-yard pass from the halfback spot, and that really flipped the momentum in the favor of the Sand Lizards.
Check out this formation.
Vega trying to go up the middle. He crosses the 20. He's going to get down to about the 17-yard line, I believe.
Yeah. Had 2 up men, 2 H-backs kind of up in the front, had a running back with him. He just got in behind him, kind of a student body off tackle.
When your quarterback is 6'2" and 220, you can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
They're going to do it again.
Same formation.
A little counterplay off of that. Branson.
Wow.
Good job getting out of the backfield because he was trapped.
Number 20 was in there. Gadberry, he just couldn't quite hold on. He was trying to.
Got 2nd down and about 8 there after a 2-yard gain by Branson. Branson gives you enough to have to keep the defense honest. Vega is he's obviously the guy that you got to key on even in the run game. But Branson, if you don't watch him, he will get you.
You got chatting over here in a bunch on the right side.
Quarterback sweep. Trying to get to the outside. Cuts back.
Wow.
Across the 5 all the way down to about the 2. Dardanelle really imposing their will right now. It is 1st down and goal for the Sand Lizards.
Really nice spin move by Creed Vega right there in traffic to get the extra yards and get inside the 5.
They're going quick here. He's got it. No. Maybe, yep,
Second
he
effort,
does.
He's in, standing up.
I mean, just lowering his shoulder and getting down inside, and that is enough for a touchdown. Creed Vega trying to be the D3 Auto Sales player of the game, and he's playing well tonight.
Just goes up behind his lead back. They kind of stuff it right there in the middle. Just shifts his way, keeps those legs moving, gets over the right side. And now this could put it a 10-point margin if Jesus can get this one to go through here.
First time either one of these teams.
Oh, bad snap.
Yep. Trying to.
Going to throw back across the body. It's picked off.
Yep. Can't advance it.
I think he had a guy open. I think he just took a little too long to make the decision to let it go.
Yeah, he's not used to throwing that ball.
Oh, yeah. That's
But,
the holder. We don't have a number or a name for him, number 23.
26-17 here. Clinton not totally out of it yet, but again, the momentum seems to have swung the way of the Sand Lizards right now. Clinton got to move quickly here with 9:19 left in this one.
Mean and Ozark going to the 4th out of 20.
Rogers,
Jeremy Medlock.
35. Bentonville West, 14 in the 3rd.
Wow.
Right?
I didn't see that one coming. I thought Mid West might get it done, but Rogers' offense just showing to be as potent as we thought, and even more so.
Mountain Home leading Russellville 36-0. Robinson over Whitehall 49-0. Robinson's really good.
Yeah, they are. Think they're going to dethrone Parkview this year.
Parkview was up 50-0 on Hope before half, so they might be getting it together.
Magnolia and Camden Fairview's a good game. 28-14, Magnolia in the lead.
Jesus Garcia going to kick the ball off for the Sand Lizards. Here's the kick. It's got a little bit of height. Should be returnable. It is returnable. This young man has done a good job all night long of returning. And I believe it's Caleb McCarver. Let me see here. Yes, it was. It was Caleb McCarver on the return. And he's done a good job of helping the field position for Clinton. Get him out to the 32 there, just making a little bit of something out of nothing.
Now here's where missing that extra point was big because you got a 9-point game instead of a 10-point game. So a touchdown and a field goal can still win it for you. But Clinton is a team that likes to run. I think they still have enough time. They've got to do what they do. Run the football like you see right here on first down. He picks up about 7.
That's McCarver right there.
And, you got to get down the field. We know it's going to take 3 or 4 minutes unless you bust a big one. But then you got time to get a defensive stand and get the ball back. And that's kind of what you got to lay your hat on right now, kind of count on.
Yeah, it would help them to make a big play here. And, just like
that would really help.
What Dardanelle did on the halfback pass. They really need to kind of return the favor. Handoff going off the right side or left side. Nothing doing there.
Big 6'2" got in there right off the bat, and that was a great job from him to snuff that out. Mr. Peyton Davis just kind of shot through the gap that time. Got his arms around the ball carrier.
You really, if you're Clinton right now, you got one in your bag of tricks. You probably need to pull it out right now.
They have really done a good job of stopping the run between the tackles as of late.
Here we are. Wing T set. Handoff goes to Jones. Jones cuts it up. He's going to get out to about the 40. That's where they're going to mark it, and that's going to be about 4th down. And we got a long 2 there.
Creed Vega and Cam Olsen, 2 of them come up, put the stop on it.
So here we go. 4th and 2. Big 72. You see him in the huddle right now. He is just he's gassed a little bit.
Yeah.
That's Alec Huey.
Yeah, he's one of their captains. Yeah. Been playing right tackle all night. Now he's going to pull over. They're going to have a timeout. Dardanelle. Dardanelle overloading that left side.
Take the timeout. Let's take one with them. 26-17. Number 1 Dardanelle leading number 7 Clinton. We'll be back in just a moment.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
We're back here. Biggest play of the ball game right now. 4th down and 2 here just across the 40-yard line.
Into the third. Atkins up 2014 at Salem. Sorry, Salem up 2014 at Salem.
Here we go. Jones bounces outside, gets enough for the first down.
Big play from head coach Dufresne right there. And I have to go back and look again. It looked like the same formation they came out in before they called the timeout.
Don't get away from what you do. Hector just got a stop at Mountainburg, up 44-41, 9:10 left in the 4th quarter. Hector has come back from down 30, what is it, 35-14? Was that the score?
I didn't see that one myself.
35-22 at the half.
Wow.
They've come back from that one. Shotgun set. Wide receivers up. On the right-hand side, Clinton's going to take a timeout, seeing too much confusion. 6:54 left. Time getting short on the Yellow
Timeout.
Jackets.
There's 2 of them you've called on this drive, which I know you got to have this drive, but later when Dardanelle gets the ball back, if you go down and score here, you're going to want those timeouts to stop that clock.
All right, let's go to a quick break, and we'll come back with more right here on ASN. The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Here we are. We're back here. As you can see, the Dardanelle sponsors on the screen. Appreciate them for being a part of what we're doing here. First down and 10 here, as we've got how much time left? 6:54 left.
All right, back to action.
Shotgun set. 3 wide receivers. Dufresne looking for the screen.
Tunnel.
Nothing doing there. Looks like just a little bit of a loss on the pass.
Gabe Burris come up laying the wood on that one.
He's excited.
You know, one thing that I'm seeing right now is Clinton just really doesn't want to throw it down the field that much. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I feel like they have the ability to do it. They look like they have the guys. They're just not trying to do it right now. I know that they threw the interception earlier, but you got to think. You got to throw it down the field. You can't be afraid to throw the pick right now.
Back in the shotgun.
He steps up. He's got one down the field now. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, looking back too soon almost caused trouble, but he gets in.
Look
and
at that.
Flag, 15 yards on the end.
Oh, my goodness.
Sam Standridge, who's been behind his man routinely tonight.
57 yards on the touchdown. Just as I said, they don't want to throw it down the field. They threw it down the field. But Dardanelle was daring them to. They had moved up. They're definitely trying to stop the run. That was a huge play.
And like we said earlier, you know, they need a quick one if they can get one, and they do.
And they stay right in this ball game, that's for sure. 57-yard touchdown pass. And Clinton is down right now 26-23, and we've got a touchdown.
Illegal forced collar tackle.
Forced collar tackle in the end zone.
I believe that'll be tacked on the kickoff. So, got the junior Derek Infante in the kick, and which it's right now in the middle.
This is 26-24 now.
Yes, I know. That miss on
Huge.
that failed PAT down here on the other end for Dardanelle was very huge, like you just said. It was gigantic. It was huge.
Right?
Just like that pass you see on a replay. Sam Standridge behind his man the whole way. Perfect pass from Dufresne.
Dardanelle has been able to run a lot of clock on their offensive possessions here in this ball game. And so, you know, they're going to get the football back. And I say that, you might see an onside kick right here with the field position as it is. In fact, you're going to try it right now. You might even try that.
The only issue is Dardanelle is going to definitely be in a safe zone here playing it. We're going to get the kickoff from the 45 of Dardanelle.
I think you got nothing to lose right here if you're Clinton.
Right. I mean, because the rep didn't see the ball fall off the tee. I mean, nothing to lose because, I mean, they're going to get the ball around a 35, maybe to 30 if you don't get it here, you know. That's what they're going to do. Got a good bounce. And right into the hands of a sand lizard.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
That's right. I mean, look, looks like around the 30.
I mean, that one
got the bounce you wanted, though.
That's
really.
House money right there. That was house money for sure. I think they made the right decision on that.
So now, if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, you got to get a stop. Dardanelle, you can ice this game away if you can go down the field and score a touchdown.
Kyle Owens says into the third quarter, it's 20-14 Salem over Atkins.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
46-12, Pottsville is going to go on to win a 4A4 game. Lamar leading Dover 42-7 in the 4A4. First down and 10 here. Creed Vega going to try to ice this game. Little quick pass out to Miller. I'm sorry, not Miller. That is number 11, Jordan Ernest. I apologize.
He's the one on the halfback catch, was he not, for the touchdown, a 60-yarder, if I remember correctly.
2 huge plays in the passing game in a game that has been defined by the running game all game long.
I expect a run this time from Dardanelle. Kind of got him off guard on that first play there.
4-minute offense right now. You can see it. Handoff goes off the right-hand side. He's got a blocker. Good move. Cuts out. Gets across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. And that is a 19-yard gain there for number 22, Javon Chatton. Well, Dardanelle's got runners, do they not? My goodness, they've got runners.
A lot of weapons.
Well, impressive team. Both teams, good teams. I mean, like you said, Duran, I think you can say that both these teams can contend for state titles this year. Obviously, Dardanelle wants to do more than just contend, and Clinton as well. I think 1-7. I think we've got these guys pegged pretty good. Handoff goes off the left-hand side. That's Chatton. He tried to cut outside.
Turf Monster hadn't have got him. He might be in the end zone right now.
My goodness, that kid is quick.
Yeah, he is. He's just a sophomore I'm sorry. Let me double check that. He is that's right. He's a sophomore. They got another kid over there that's a legacy type guy. Hirsch, not a legacy at Dardanelle, but a legacy when it comes to talent.
Yes, sir.
See what he does eventually as well.
Chatton's got 35 yards on this drive alone. They throw it outside to his brother Rod. Rod getting across the 30, and I mean, they're just going like a hot knife through butter on the Clinton defense.
They're not worried about the clock. They're just worried about going down and sticking one in the end zone.
And that's going to be a 16-yard gain on the pass.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot in the passing game tonight, but what they have done has been effective. Handoff goes to Chatton. Chatton cuts up, gets down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, he's quick. You give him an inch, he's going to take a mile on you.
I mean, methodically right now. Dardanelle is moving the football.
Ball at the 11. Got to get to about the 6 for a first down. The ball's on the ground. Clinton's got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Trouble on the mesh that time. The ball comes. Creed tried to pull it out at the last second. Hits the turf. Number 17 right there to scoop it up. Jay English.
Oh, wow.
Didn't even look like he held that long. It just come out weird.
3:59 to go in this one, and Clinton's got the ball back on the 15-yard line with a chance to go down and possibly take the lead.
And possibly the one seed in the conference.
Boy, the conference could be on the line on this drive.
Big motion on the right side. They've been going that way every time they've done it. It's a counter.
Counter play. He cuts up, and he's behind the defense. Going to get all the way out to about the 38-yard line.
This is where we've seen Dardanelle lose composure a little bit in this game. They've got to make sure that they don't get any kind of unsportsmanlike penalties. Just play sound defense.
McNabb is down. Looks like he might be cramping.
Yep.
My goodness.
Just the way he went down at the end there. He got one in the calf or the hamstring. I'm not sure.
And that's a 22-yard gain for McNabb. And the question now for Clinton is going to be, do they have enough ball carriers to carry them through the end of the game? You've got Zach Hunt Gonzalez has been kind of off the field here.
Well, you saw Braden Venable come in a little bit in this wingback spot, plays kind of the same position that McNabb plays. So see if he checks in if he hasn't already.
Yeah, Colton Warren came in as well just now.
Might be a toe injury. He's walking on his heel.
It's a calf cramp.
So here we go. Clock
could be
down to 3:49 in this ball game.
Same play.
Little counter play.
Creed Vega was all over
Goodness
that one.
gracious.
Had a little help from Big 5'2" as well.
And
he's not on our roster either. Or is it
6'2".
6'2"? Okay, I
Fell on his
apologize.
man.
That was Peyton Davis. Peyton Davis has had his name read many times tonight.
Jersey was ruffled.
2-yard gain from McCarver on that play. Second down and 8.
Clock down to 3:21.
Just remember, Clinton only needs a field goal, and they've got a capable kicker in the ability to do it. Little tunnel screen.
Dangerous. It's on the ground. Did he ever have it? They were saying, the refs coming in saying it was incomplete. He never had possession. Get a replay of that if you didn't already, Aaron. Maybe you can catch the tail end. Let's watch this one. Real good camera action here. Dangerous play. There was a lot of bodies there. Yeah, he never had it. That's a right call that time. That was clear in the replay. 3rd and 8, though.
Incomplete pass.
Great camera work from our Aaron Wojciechowski.
3rd and 8. Big play. Shotgun formation. Dufresne looking downfield. He's flushed out. We've got a penalty. It's going to be a holding penalty.
Yep.
Dufresne trying to direct people. He throws it out of bounds.
He throws it right to the coach.
I think. Did you see that? I'm pretty sure Coach Vega tapped it back in. So 3rd down and long is going to turn down to either 3rd and longer or 4th and long.
Played D-back too long in college. That one. No, he's trying to tap back in for his player to pick.
Dardanelle.
Wow.
Coming up big on defense right now.
Do you decline, though? Bring it up 4th and 8.
Yeah,
I think you will. If not.
Yeah, they declined it.
They already did. But
2:53 to go. You've got 2 timeouts by Dardanelle or for Dardanelle. 1 for Clinton. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Clinton must get to the 48-yard line for a first down. 4th down and 8.
Only has 1 timeout left as well. So if Dardanelle holds here, they might need 2 first downs, and then they can ice it away.
Here we go. Clinton probably should take a timeout right now. Too much confusion going on.
They're so precious, though. Looking for Sam Standards, and yeah, it looks like, what do we got? Timeout Dardanelle? I think so, yes. Vegas already got on the field. He called the timeout.
Wow. Boy, I think he did him a favor there.
They looked a little confused, and they're not coming out a little bit late.
They did. 2:53 left in this one. And, I felt like you had number 47 for Clinton come on the field late. That was Wyatt Dunn. He come in at tight end. Just seemed a little bit discombobulated there. If it was me, if I was Clinton looking at that, I would have probably taken the timeout myself. So now Clinton gets a chance to gather this one and really come up with one of their better plays here. And that's what they got to run right now. They've got to pull the one out of the bag here. The deep pass is not the one that you want to pull out of the bag. They've already done that. They got to pull their best play out right now. So here we go. 4th down and 8.
Barring some type of turnover, this is the ball game right here. If Clinton can't convert, it's a major uphill battle for them.
Fans on their feet on both sides. 3 wide receivers for Clinton. Shotgun formation. Sidecar will be Braden Venable.
Watch your Sam Standards here.
Big time blitz coming off. They throw it up. It is.
Gosh! Almost intercepted. And that's McNabb come back in after the calf cramp and somehow finds a way to pull that in. That was miraculous.
Look at that.
And Clinton's moving quickly. 30-yard gains on the pass. Here we go. Little counter play coming back to the backside. Nothing doing there, but Clinton's getting themselves into field goal range. Getting close to it anyway. 2nd down and 8. 2.5 to go in this one.
Unbelievable play by McNabb. Excuse me.
I keep it.
2:17 and counting.
And here we go. Under center. Motion man. That's Hunt Gonzalez, I believe. And he
Still
is
fighting for more yards.
backing his way in. It's third down and about 6 there. 2-yard gain by Gonzalez.
And this is it. They're setting themselves up to get in the field goal range or get in the end zone.
That little play right there, reminiscent of Auburn, Georgia.
Yeah.
Way back 2013, back-to-back miracle plays there.
Yeah, another one. New York Giants.
Yes.
Against the Patriots.
So here we are. 3rd down and 6. Does Clinton have enough confidence in their field goal kicker to kick one
Could
this
be another
deep?
counter. It is.
Not anything doing there, getting out to the 25-yard line.
He might have had a seam if he just got vertical there a little bit before the hash, but tried to power it in behind his blockers, and good job from Dardanelle to slow it down.
This is going to be a 42-yard field goal if they line up to kick this with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go.
And they might have wanted to get to the left hash that time. It might have been designed that way.
So, and that may be right. That may be right. So, 26-24, 1:13 to go in this one. And are they going to leave it on the leg of Derek Infante, the junior? He's got the leg. I believe he's got the leg to kick it from this distance. I believe he's got
2 yards.
But you're talking about a lot of pressure.
If he nails this thing, I mean, that's going to be one of the
check out this
coolest
replay.
innings. And of course, they're going to have time to have the ball back. But yeah, Woj right there on it. Great camera work and just a great job of concentration by McNabb.
And it looks like that Clinton is going to run a play here. They're not going to kick it. So 4th down, and I'm going to say 4 yards to gain here. 4th and 4.
Here we go.
Well, and they also added 3 seconds to the clock.
They're trying to get him to jump. Motion man in motion. 14 on the clock.
Call timeout.
Yeah, so they tried to get him to jump.
They're going to kick now.
Yeah,
We'll see.
No doubt. I think they're about to line it. They're putting him out there right now.
Wow.
Kicker going on to the field.
Dardanelle's out of timeouts. They can't ice him. So you got
we got
25
Clinton fans
seconds here.
They're praying over here. Got Clinton fans. They're praying right now, praying for their team. Infante is going out. Looks like he is going to kick this field goal.
Minute 16 left for Dardanelle. After the kick, if he makes it, it'll be probably about a minute 11, roughly. Probably in the air for 4 or 5 seconds or so from the 42.
No timeouts, anybody.
Here we go.
But they did add 3 seconds on it.
Infante going to line up. This is a 42-yard field goal. This could be the kick for the 4A4 right here, right now. Here's the kick. It is blocked. Goodness.
Dardanelle's running it back.
He's across the 50.
Hunter
He's to the 40, to the 30. Infante trying to get him down, and he will, but it goes all the way inside the 10, and people are going insane. What an unbelievable ending right here in this ball game.
Let's go back to the replay here and see who got in there. I think it might have been number 21 for Dardanelle. Kentrell Diggs, who got the interception earlier. It was. And, man, he almost overran it. He was there in such time. And a great pickup for number 10, I believe it was, Braden Hardy.
Wow. What a ball game this has been here in Dardanelle. And Clinton doesn't have enough timeouts to stop them.
It's over.
And all they've got to do is down it. And I guarantee you, after fumbling that football, that's exactly what they're going to do here. Dardanelle, unless something funky happens, is going to come out 6-0. And I know that the hearts of the Clinton fans are broken right now, but I'm going to tell you, they have proven their worth tonight in the 4A. You better watch out, because if you have to play the Clinton Yellow Jackets, you better bring it.
That's right.
This has been one incredible ball game. One more knee. Actually, that should do it. Creed Vega is going to take it to the sidelines, and the Dardanelle Sand Lizards are going to pick up the victory by 26-24. Wow.
On a block field goal to win it by Clinton. Kentrell Diggs with the play of the game. Picked up by Braden Hardy. and ran back all the way down to around the
Teams
10-yard
shaking
line.
hands. I tell you what, this has been a battle here in the 4A4 tonight. And you know what? Someone has to win and someone has to lose. And what a great game this was tonight here from Dardanelle. Final here. Dardanelle wins 26-24. And we're going to be back here in a few moments. We'll wrap it up here from Dardanelle. Huge game in the 4A4, and the number 1 Sand Lizards come out with a victory.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results. Hey Arkansas, it's time! Dirks is crushing it in the T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights $1 million stadium renovation. Scan the QR code right now and vote like your school depends on it, because it does. Vote daily through October the 24th, and let's light up Arkansas athletics. Dirks is in first place. Let's keep them there.
The Arkansas Sports Network Basketball Classic tips off January 3rd in Clinton. Some of the state's best teams. One unforgettable day of hoops. Don't wait. Secure your seats now before they're gone. Get your tickets for the ASN Basketball Classic at facebook.com/ARSportsNetHS and ARSportsNet. Or you can click the QR code at the bottom of the screen. What a ball game here at Dardanelle tonight. 26-24 is your final score. If you want to help us go to Buffalo Wild Wings, give us a cash app at AR Sportsnet. Hey, we appreciate you really for joining us here tonight. Great ball game here. Like I said, somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, and I know that a lot of you Clinton fans, I know you're heartbroken tonight, but I'm telling you, you got a good football team, no doubt about it. Let's go some stats. You go ahead. And
I was just going to say, you almost knocked off the number 1 team in 4A at their house. So
that's right.
Imagine you played this game at your house. You know, it might have been a little bit different. So
that's right.
You definitely one of the top contenders in the 4A. You got something to be proud of. This might be the best Clinton football team I've ever seen. It's definitely the best I've ever seen.
Yeah,
might be the best in their history.
197 on the ground for the Yellow Jackets tonight. 108 through the air. 305 total. 1 turnover for Clinton. Dardanelle 224 on the ground. 132 through the air and 356 total. 1 turnover for them as well. And I'll tell you what, we had great plays, great turns, great runs, great catches, and I mean it was just a great ball game here from Dardanelle. So we want you to stay tuned here. We're going to run the red plate live from Casper's once again. And what you got? Oh yeah, we do need to do a D3 auto sales player of the game. And you know, everybody would say, hey, you probably should pick Creed Vega because he did what he did. But
he can win it every week.
Kentrell Diggs.
Kentrell Diggs, the pick and the block field goal.
We got to give it to him, right?
Yep.
Kentrell Diggs is our D3 auto sales player of the game with, like you said, the interception and the block field goal. We're going to go to our red plate, and we thank Casper's for joining us. Let's throw our sponsors up one more time before we go to that. Thank you to all of our local sponsors. Listen, we're predicated on this. We need these sponsors to do this, and we appreciate you for allowing us to, or you coming on with us. I'll just say that. Partnering with us, Clinton Funeral Service, First Service Bank, Highland Insurance, their auto, home, commercial, and life. Give them a call at 501-745-8214. Global Food Group, Stevens Stone Supply, and Petty Jean Electric Cooperative Corporation. That's about as good as I've done with that. And then for Dardanelle, appreciate you guys as well. George Termite and Pest Control, Farm Bureau of Yell County, Dardanelle Nursing and Rehab Center, La Huerta by ATU. or Truck Center. My man Scotty Stone, Sam's Southern Eatery, Cornwell Funeral Home, and Kirkland Family Medical Center. We want to thank Casper's for hosting us today. Go visit those guys. I'm telling you, not just saying this. This is a place that you travel to eat. The desserts were phenomenal. Steak was great. The fish was awesome. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. We appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next week.
What's up, Arkansas Sports Network fans? This is the Road to the Red Plate, celebrating Arkansas's finest restaurants. This week we're at Casper's in Dardanelle, crafting local fine dining with no dress code for just over 5 months.
Okay, Brad, go ahead and tell us about the food you had.
Okay, so first off, you know, I started out with the Brussels sprouts. Those were amazing. I love the fried Brussels sprouts. We actually have some at home. The Asian sauce that went with them, very, very, very good. The salad had some fried okra that was topped on top of it. Little, obviously, homemade ranch, very, very, very good. Also, the steak that came out, ribeye, it was probably medium rare to rare. I liked it. It was very good. I really liked the fish, the barramundi. Barramundi. There we go. I'll say it right. It was good as well. The desserts were really over the top and just phenomenal. You know, the bananas Casper, the tres leches cake. I mean, the cake was really probably the best cake I've ever had in my life. So overall, this is, you know, much like all of these other restaurants that we've done, they're going to score very, very high. And, you know, they're definitely one of the very top restaurants for the Red Plate.
Duran, go ahead and tell us what you had.
All right. Well, it was amazing here, this trip to Casper's here in Dardanelle. They started us out with some appetizers, Italian nachos and Brussels sprouts, fried Brussels sprouts. The nachos were just phenomenal, and the Brussels sprouts were as well. The bread or the chips for the nachos were like almost like a wonton kind of chip. Just phenomenal, extremely crispy, very airy. The Brussels sprouts were cooked deliciously, and they had a great sauce with them. We had the steak. The steak was rare, medium rare, but extremely seasoned well. I mean, just mouth-watering as soon as you put it in your mouth. And then the last thing I tried was it was a sandwich, the muffalata, and it had a little bit of like a green olive and different kind of toppings to it. It was delicious, one of my favorite things. And then the desserts, and we've already talked about it a lot, but the desserts were just out of this world. Starting off with the tres leches cake was just one of the best cakes I've ever had. And then we also had the creme brulee, and it was phenomenal. But what I want to talk about the most, and I loved all three desserts, but the bananas Casper was like, I mean, one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. It had ice cream and cake, had just an overflowing of sauce around it with bananas, cut bananas in it. And I mean, you eat too many bites of that, you're walking out here with diabetes. But it was delicious. I mean, honestly, it was so good. Once I tasted other things after it, I didn't want them, and they were phenomenal before. But
The bananas Casper is worth coming over here on its own, but really every dish that we tried was just phenomenal. Just a great time here at Casper's in Dardanelle.
They told you everything we got, so the desserts were the best. The leches cake was really good. The bananas Casper was really good. I'm not a big Brussels sprouts fan, so I didn't try that, but everything else I tried was really good. The steak was pretty close to phenomenal. I really, really liked it. I kind of eat my medium rare anyway, so that pretty much fit what I eat. But yeah, everything was really good. I would definitely recommend the place.
So we had a really gorgeous spread of food. We had the Italian nachos. We also had the Brussels sprouts for appetizers. The fried Brussels sprouts were really good. I'm not too crazy about Brussels sprouts at all, but them served in the sauce, which was really nice, very hearty. And the Italian nachos were amazing. It had this lovely melted cheese on top and served with this really great grilled chicken, and the wonton chips just super crispy, all seasoned beautifully, and they all go really well together, you know, and it's a really good just taste of local Arkansas. And then for our mains, we had the muffalata, which is a cold cut sandwich, kind of a traditional cold cut sandwich with an olive spread on a really nice flatbread, served with really, really good French fries, good, clean, wholesome potatoes. And then we also had the fish, which is a barramundi, an Australian fish, really, really good white fish, very flaky, seasoned beautifully, and that one was served with seasoned green beans, which I really liked. That was truly amazing. And we also had the prime rib. The prime rib was served with blackened vegetables, which were seasoned just beautifully and paired really well with the kind of mid-rare, almost rare cut of prime rib. All in all, everything was it was beautifully plated, beautifully served. The desserts, can't say enough about them, because the bananas Casper was it was a lot. It was really awesome, served with really nice ice cream on that really good toffee cake, just beautiful and not overly sweetened. So I have nothing bad to say about anything from this place.
All right, so we're here with Angie Casper of Casper's, and we've had another phenomenal meal. I feel like we've just done so well this year doing this. And you guys treated us right. We appreciate it. And so just tell us a little bit about this place.
Well, Casper's Dardanelle is our second location. We have my primary location is in Clarksville, and it's been there for just over 6 years now. And we weren't really planning on 2 locations, but we weren't given much of a choice. Dr. Gleason wanted a nice restaurant in Dardanelle, and she would not take no for an answer, and here we are today.
Well, you guys have succeeded. So you do have a place in Clarksville. You do have a place here. Just tell us about the overall, like, what is it that you're trying to achieve at both your restaurants?
So it's important for me to provide a place in communities, a nice place for them to come and get a good meal, meaning 90% of our menu is raw when you order it. We are back in the kitchen taking raw ingredients and cooking them just for you. And that's important to me, to give them a good meal, because food costs right now are really high. And people don't have a lot of expendable budget to go out with. And when they do, they need to get their money's worth. And we want to give them somewhere where they will enjoy spending time at the table. Bring your family, bring your friends, maybe it's a lunch business meeting, but we want to provide you a space where you can enjoy being in the room. No rush, come, spend as much time as you want, and we're going to treat you right where you're.
And I think we've experienced that today. So we're definitely appreciative of you guys and the things that you did with us. So let's talk about the food that we had today, and just kind of tell us about that. And you were saying that that's kind of what the flavor of Dardanelle is.
Yes, so we started y'all with the fried Brussels sprouts, which who knew you could sell a Brussels sprout? I mean, I didn't eat them when I was a kid, but it turns out if you fry them, they will come. Yeah. So we fry them, we put a little bit of an Asian glaze on there, and we go through 75 pounds a week of Brussels sprouts. It was a big surprise to us. So we started with that as one of the house favorites, and then a cup of soup. And We like to use fresh. We like to use local when we can. So you had our harvest disc, which was fresh pumpkin, acorn squash, butternut squash, fresh herbs, sweet potato, all things that I had gotten from local farms, specifically Drury Farms in Dover. And I made a bisque out of that, just a smooth, velvety soup, not chunky at all, smooth and velvety, just the size of that. All harvest, all flavors.
Yeah.
Then we moved on and we had the ribeye. So Dardanelle comes here for two things. They come for that steak and they come for fish.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to experience both of those. We had the ribeye and we had the barramundi. So on our menu is a grilled fish. I play with that. I just shop it and see what kind of fish is out there and what I want to bring in. And right now we're doing barramundi. It is an Australian whitefish, very light, very flaky. We grill it with a mezcal chipotle seasoning this week, and it has a corn and black bean salsa. But we play with that every week, getting fresh ingredients and just putting a different topping on it. So it's always new when they come in and they say, what is the fish? It's not the same menu every single week when they're here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we enjoyed it, but I guess really what took the cake, supposedly, or so to say, I should say, is the desserts. I mean, as good as all that other stuff was, and it was phenomenal, the desserts really kind of set it over the top.
So I brought out, it was important for us to utilize the local economy. So La Dulce Esquina provides for us our chocolate tres leches cake. It's a massive cake. It's beautiful. It's so moist. Really, it's a house favorite. She bakes those for me each week. I contact her and I tell her how many I need and she provides them. I also gave you the creme brulee. That's made in-house. Every week we use a different flavor. This week we did an apple cinnamon with apples from Drury Farms. I love to be able to support the local farms as well. And then we did the house signature dessert, which is bananas Casper. And that is a toffee bundt cake with butter pecan ice cream and caramelized bananas on the top. And it's addictive once you've had it. It's hard once they've had that dessert. They never try the others. They just keep coming back for bananas Casper.
Yeah. I will say, I ate more of the cake. I do love the bananas Casper too. That was really, really good. The cake might have been the best I've ever had. I mean, it's great. Well, we want to say thank you for having us today, and we're just excited that restaurants are opening their doors to us to be able to review and get you out to the public.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't know how much help you are to us by doing this. We've only been here 5 months. There are people in this community that don't know we're here yet and don't know that, it might look fancy, but there's something for every budget. And you can come here straight from work. You can come here out of the chicken houses. You can come for date night, prom night. It doesn't matter. We've got the private room, which as people get to know us, we want to be able to do rehearsal dinners and family reunions. We've got a birthday party for retired Senator Sharon Trusky tomorrow there. So lots of options here. Lots of options.
So tell us where you're at so that they'll know where you're at.
In Dardanelle, we're at 224 South Front Street, all the way at the end of the street before you get to the residential.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for having us.
I appreciate y'all coming. It was nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, you too.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our content. Then comment down below where you'd like to see us next on the road to the red plate.